I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Side high, I ain't your traditional. Rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you. I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbecile stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals. Trust me, it's not intentional. It's the difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit. A slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walking around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when the niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak.
I look at the sorry state of black men in America today, the destruction of the family, the loss of integrity. When as a young boy, black shot down every day for years without stopping, when I look at what we are as black people, I'd rather be dead than to continue to live against such.
Y'all ain't trying to start a revolution. Y'all looking for a restitution. Niggas kill each other every day and ain't no evolution. My partner shot 100 niggas and it was never proven. We just labeled him a gangster and kept it moving. Let me give you the same outcome, separate shooting. A white man kill a black, we holler persecution. So instead of looting, it's time to find some better schooling. You can act like y'all don't understand when I'm elocuting. Did I stutter? I was never Reuben. Y'all ain't no Black Panthers. You wasn't there with Newton. You ain't Marshall Martin. Try to better humans. Instead of all these rappers, we need some better students. It's time to rebuild the neighborhoods that we helped to ruin. And the NAACP, y'all need some help recruiting. Fuck a resolution, let's get some retribution. I feel like Malcolm X when he left the movement. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, yeah, I said it, nigga. All you niggas laying up with these bitches with no condoms and shit. Having mistake babies and shit, leaving these women to motherfucking raise your kids by their motherfucking self. Yeah, my nigga, I said it. You don't like what's going on in the motherfucking America, leave this motherfucker. When they said we were free, my nigga, that mean we were free to go back where the fuck we came from, my nigga. Yeah, it's a whole motherfucking continent that belong to us, nigga. It's called Africa, motherfucker. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all ain't trying to start no revolution. Y'all motherfuckers spent 10 bands on the motherfucking section in the motherfucking club. 10 bands to build a whole motherfucking neighborhood in Nigeria, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
These niggas weak. Good evening. It's your boy Sean P. in the place to be, man. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend, we live. I ain't gonna hold people up, man. I don't know if someone else was live. I didn't mean to interrupt nobody else live, man. I just got out work really, you know what I'm saying? Put my time in. And I just wanted to kind of like do what the title of the show say, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to share some things with everybody out there in the Abo Native internet Indian world, you know what I'm saying? So I want to just kind of make things clear. And I think when we look at this from a different angle and we don't fight, if we fight the fight on all sides, meaning that I don't have to do what Rob Bourne and Danny doing, right? True story, and they body in it, they body bagging the Black history, the African American history, right? Taking it all the way back and showing these people how it was Africans. You know what I'm saying? It was these Black people that were African that was doing this, that, or the third through the whole struggle after Reconstruction, before Reconstruction, and so forth. And then we hit them with what was going on the other side of Africa. You know, we can hit them like that. And then, you know, while colonialism was going on and yada yada yada, or you know, we help them do what they do, and we fight the fight from another angle. And we come at them with the science. See, they come at you with that history. And then we come right behind you with that science. You know what I'm saying? And then we marry it. And then there's Voltron. And then we got YK the Truth sneaking up the rear too. You feel me? So what's Sabio at? Sabio live? Sabio live? Then we send Garfield in. But it's check and it's checkmate, right? For the elbows when it comes to research methodology, because we know they don't pack in it. And we know that they don't really review literature. They're distracted by Pan-Africanism and to belittle the Pan-Africanist agenda. They so focused on that you know what I mean? Like they ain't ready for nothing else. So they're actually exerting energy in an area that really ain't even a fight. It really ain't even a fight. Because once they recognize who they really are, then they can understand that, you know what I mean? Hey, I need to clean up a whole lot of stuff I got going on in my life. I'm just been living wrong. They've been stealing culture and all that. I thought G ended the show. I was on the show with them, and then they ended the show. That was early. You telling me they got a whole nother show? But yeah, Sabio was hot today, boy. He came in on fire. Hold on real quick. I need to open this can. It might implode. Well, that didn't work well for me or the can. Well, how y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all ready to get this bill in, man? I'm gonna get it cracking. I'm ready to make Kyle famous. Where you at, sucker? I want to make you famous. You in every chat, on every channel that beat up on elbows. You in every chat talking crazy, asking dumb questions. And that's all you do too, bro, is ask questions. You ain't got no evidence to back nothing up. You just want to question everything, bro. With no intent to learn. That's the problem with it ain't the fact that you question everything. It's the fact that you question with no intent to learn. Who said he didn't like G? I guess he be on fire. I ain't gonna mention no names, but Sean, Garfield, Kyle, and Savio in trouble. Uh-oh. Who said we in trouble? What you mean by that, Juju? Who in trouble, Juju? Who we in trouble by? The Pretendians? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what happened. Oh, hold on real quick. Before I even get the show going, hold on. Somebody come give me some straightening. I don't know. Either give me, come on. Sabio, hop on real quick. Explain to me what the problem is. Come on, man. I want to laugh too. Please, Sabio, can you hit the link, brother? Don't act like you can't hit the link. You ain't doing nothing else but rolling up one, bro. Trying to sit back and hit this information. Hit the link, bro. Come on, somebody got to come tell me something. Listen. I wanna start the build, but I can't start the build until y'all update me on what happened in these streets. Cause you know I don't be in these streets. You know I don't be in these streets. I don't know nothing. But then if somebody got smoked with me, you feel me? I just need to know. Listen. If somebody got smoked with me, you feel me? What they got smoked with me about? Over Jabari? They got smoked with me over Jabari? Or they argument? Am I belittling their argument? He can't get mad at me. He don't know better than that either. I was about to say, bro, what was Savio doing, bro? Come on, man.
What up?
What I do, bro?
Man, I think it's because of how we was talking to C-Dot Hustle and shit.
Hold on, time out. So who is C-Dot? Who is C-Dot supposed to be?
That dude that was on the show with us earlier, I guess that's one of Chris Harris's stooges, one of his students, I guess. He learned from Chris Harris. I guess he went over there. Chris Harris supposed to be beating us up and shit, I guess. He's supposed to like on Jesus and Paul and all that, I guess.
Man,
I guess he's supposed to be checking us on that.
But I said it on the show, Sabia. I don't give a damn about Jesus, Paul, Mark, Luke, Anthony, epistolology, none of that. Theology. What he gonna get mad at me for?
Shit, hey, I don't know, man. This shit's stupid. They wanted me to go over there. I said I ain't gonna go.
The truth is this, okay? The truth is this. When I asked dude that question that I asked dude, it was over.
It was over.
Because he said he go to Jabari for his information. and all I sit here and asked him was, well, how do you go to someone who can't even verify if what they saying is legit?
But hold on, the mummy talked to the man. That right there is a problem in itself. I guess he just overlooked that.
I'm not subscribed to Chris' channel, so I don't know where he fighting us at. So if my name come up in some, I'm sure that the Bar Reloaded will clip it and send it to me or somebody, because I ain't subscribed, so I don't know what's going on. Or he might do it live on something else. You never know.
Man, these dudes want internet fame, Chris.
Listen, I don't care. Hey, he could chase it. He could chase it all he wants to. I will continue to. I will come in his disciple even harder. But yeah, man. So okay, I appreciate you telling me what's going on. I didn't want to assume anything. I just wanted somebody to kind of let me know what's going on.
Yeah, he was in the chat. He didn't like the way we was doing his student.
I don't care about a student. He shouldn't be following man. He should have some type of methodology about himself. Talking about he gonna trust somebody that can't even verify or vet the information. How you do that, bro? It's a belief. He's on Garfield Nick. Sean, your name not in it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's who he's really talking about, Garfield. It was mostly about Garfield. From what I heard, I didn't watch this shit. I seen this shit. I seen the little video that he's supposed to be put out. I don't know if he did the video or not. He was supposed to be doing a video. I don't know. But he on Garfield neck real bad because of that.
Okay. You want to hang out this build or what you want to do?
I hang out.
Okay. All right. Because you might not have seen this now. everybody, all my sources is in the description of the video. So if you need some information or something that might intrigue your interest and make you want to go back to it in case you're fighting with somebody online and you know you looking for some evidence for something, I always have our backs. Notice I said our backs with the information. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my whole screen. I ain't no video or nothing like that, so I don't need no audio. And hopefully I can get my reader to come and read for us this evening. I asked them if they were able to talk this evening, if it would nothing would be in their way. So hopefully, you know, we'll be joined by them as well. So I want to put y'all up on a little 20-page little essay right here. It's called The Archaeology of McHenry County. Now, if y'all haven't noticed, well, maybe you have, but what I've been doing is I've been going to different places in the United States and extracting archaeological evidence and allowing it to speak, right? To put it on record and allow the information to speak for the better half of everything that's going on in all of these conversations with indirectly with pseudos that you know, pretendians that come on, the internet Indians that come online and want to challenge things. So eventually what you're going to start seeing is that if these people say that they live in a particular place or space, we're going to find out what the real is. So I'll just go ahead and tell you what my efforts are in this fight. I'm making it a point to come at them from the different angle. While they so caught up in Black history and trying to make it an indigenous history or whatever it is that they doing, I'm hitting them with y'all wasn't even here to even stake claim to that history that Danny and Robborn and Seneb give you every day, every other day, once a week, twice a week. You feel what I'm saying? That's my contribution. My contribution is to say, how can you stake claim in a history and you ain't got no history because you ain't even here, right? You're trying to make yourself inclusive in something. So you're telling me that your indigenousness or your aboriginalness or your nativeness or your stake to claim the Indian begins in the in the era of Reconstruction? That's
Craziness.
That's what it sounds like to me, because when they do their genealogy, it seemed like in the 1800s, that's when it stopped. And when it stopped in the 1800s, y'all know what happened? The slave master began to show up. The owner of the slaves began to show up. So I'm not going to give you too much of this, but I did leave it in the description. A little bit about this this information that we're going to get into today is this. Keep it funky all the way. Let me make sure the Zoom is right for y'all. All right. So we're going to get into the archaeology of McHenry County. As you can see, this book was published in 2006. McHenry County is it is located, as you can see at the top in red, in northern Illinois. All right, so those of you who are not from Illinois, have no idea about Illinois, we're dealing with Illinois right now. All right, because Illinois is significant in this whole Paleo Indian perspective. Okay. Now, if you're looking at this chronology that's going on right here, you'll see some very interesting things. If you start from the bottom and you look at the Pre-Clovis area, the Paleo Indian era, right? What you remember, they class it as archaic, middle, and late. And then they go to Mississippian and then the proto-historic. All right. But what they're doing is they also date civilizations in historical time. Sabio, I know you right here. You see something very interesting that jumps off in historical time. In the very first column.
What, that Roman Empire Christianity and shit, or the expansion of Islam and all that?
Yeah. Look at that date.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I know there'll be some contention with this whole Mesopotamia thing down here, and it's not always right and exact, or the pyramids. It's not saying Egypt; it's just saying the Egyptian pyramids. So, 10,000 years ago, somewhere around here, we got some stuff going on in Egypt. And Garfield always talk about it, where they were building and showing a nice industrial, a nice little early start to their civilizations. But that's neither here nor there. But you can see this here. So this is a good illustration of where people can start. Then over here, you see the cultural development. And this is significant for understanding Paleo Indians because they have, you see the seasonal settlements, spears, hunting ice age mammals, all of that about 10,000 BC. Most of the people that claim to be Aboriginal or indigenous, they need to go back and watch Ice Age, the very first Ice Age. The cartoon is more educational than they asses on YouTube. And that's just a fact. Let me check. All right, okay. I guess got a whole panel. Y'all went off on his student. Oh, they got a whole panel. Oh, that's
Yo,
what
I'm over here hollering.
you want to. You gonna head over there, Sabio, defend yourself?
Hell, for what? Defend myself for what?
He gonna show you Paul existed.
He gonna show me that Paul didn't exist because he don't believe Paul existed.
Oh yeah. He gonna show you that. Mm-hmm.
So why am I gonna go over there and try to argue with people who use the scholars that say Paul existed, and he gonna try to use them against me? This is pointless. It's a pointless argument.
Yeah, very true. All right, so on the table of contents, I don't know if y'all can see this real good. Fix your settings in YouTube. What you talking about? Anyway, if you look over here, it deals with this whole history, right? Illinois, but all the references are here, and it's telling you what they're doing with the sources. So you got the Paleo Indian, or what some argue Clovis point, but you got to remember the Paleo Indian is pre-Clovis, and that's something that has been argued because of evidence that they found, which reset first man in the Americas. Let me be clear. Originally, Clovis was the benchmark for when when man began to populate the Americas. But then they found evidence that predated the Clovis point, which moved early man in the Americas. And then they found some other substantiating evidence, and then the the raft thing, and understanding how close those little islands were to get to where they needed to get to and hit those target points. And they're still uncovering new information. So they pushed it between 19 and 2025, and then they saying 25 to 33,000 years. Right now, it hasn't gone beyond an assumption of 33,000 years, but there are really, a lot of people that are arguing 15 to 18,000 over that whole 20-something thousand. But let the evidence fall where it may. But we know who the first people of the Americas were, and let's move on. So I don't want to get into the introduction of this. This is well written scholastically, but I want to talk about what are cultural resources, which is the second highlight that you see over here, because this is the significance of why I wanted to build this evening, and this ain't the only source. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because I want everybody that's blind like me. I want you to be able to see exactly what I am reading from and what it is saying to you, and it's on page 7. Like I said, I gave everybody the source. So I'm gonna zoom in real good. You should be able to see that real good on YouTube. All right, so what are cultural resources? Cultural resources, both human-made and natural physical features associated with human activity, are representations of our past. They are in most cases finite, unique, fragile, and non-renewable. Tangible remnants of our past ties to our biological and human history, giving us a sense of who we are, how we got here, and where we are going. Yet in the rapid urban expansion of the modern world, these cultural resources are disappearing at an ever-increasing rate. Remember this book from 2006. Recognizing the human need for knowing the past, both the United States Congress and the Illinois legislature have passed laws protecting cultural resources. These acts resulted from the recognition that our finite and non-renewable prehistoric, historic, and paleontological resources provided valuable opportunities to study human behavior and history. It is in the intention of these laws to conserve and protect resources through careful management policies. Object sites, districts, and landscapes should be preserved for the inspiration of present and future Americans. So, the early United States law protecting cultural resources in the Antiquities Act of 1906. Have any of you viewed the Antiquities Act of 1906, which states that it is, because here's, before I go further, listen to what I'm about to say, because this is critical in this whole argument, the way that evidence is submitted, protected, and rendered. They pushed an act. They called it the Antiquities Act of 1906. This act states that it is the responsibility of the federal government, secretaries of the Interior, Agriculture, and War to preserve American antiquities on federal land. Over the years, a number of acts, such as the Historic Sites Act of 1935, that's another important act, the Preservation Act of 1966, the National Environmental Policy Act of 1966, the Archeological Resource Protection Act of 1979, have protected and preserved cultural resources on federal lands and federally sponsored projects. Pause. When it comes to understanding the entirety of the history of the Americas and who did what, when, where, and how, right? Remember, the federal government can only intervene on those reservations. But if excavations take place and findings uncover themselves, there is acts that protect those sites to prevent people from destroying them and allowing all of us to understand what has been uncovered. So since 1989, new federal state laws have been passed that strengthen not only the protection of known cultural resources, but encourage the identification of previously unrecognized cultural resources as well. Among these are the Illinois Archeological and Paleontological Resource Protections Acts of 1989. Peep this. Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act of 1990. The Illinois State Agency Historic Resource Preservation Act of 92. The Illinois Human Skeletal Remains Protection Act. Yeah. If skeletal remains are shown up, they have an act to protect them. In Illinois, most projects requiring state license approvals or permits are reviewed by the Illinois Historic Preservation Agency. An archaeological reconnaissance survey is often part of this review. Since 92, the number of archaeological surveys in McHenry County, as well as across the entire state of Illinois, has increased dramatically. As the number of surveys, so do the number of archaeological sites discovered and recorded. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit just to give you some understanding of what is at stake here. And what is at stake is the protection of such archaeological and cultural resources. My bad. I needed a swig of water anyway. All right, so moving on up to the Upper East Side. Let me get y'all right where I need y'all to be. All right, so real quick, Tyson going in, and I know y'all hear him, so I don't care. It's my dog. The McHenry County landscape greatly influenced how and where people lived. Over the past 12,000 years, the landscape has varied greatly. It is essential to have basic understanding of the geology, landforms, climate, and vegetation found in McHenry County to understand how people interacted with the adapted to their surroundings. The term BP stands for before present. So when you see BP in this article, they're talking about before present, okay? And it is used below. For archaeologists, geologists, and other scientists who measure time, the present is conventionally set at AD 1950. All right. So McHenry County, located approximately 20 miles west of Lake Michigan, incorporates 611 square miles. The county is divided into two watersheds, the Kishwaukee River in the west and the Fox River in the east. Elevation across the county varies from 730 feet within the Fox River Basin, 11,090 feet northeast of Harvard, near the Wisconsin border. The present landscape has been shaped principally by continental glaciers during the Pleistocene, especially during the most recent glaciation, the Wisconsin. And remember, everybody, we talked about that on the previous show about the Wisconsin situation. Deposits from this glacier buried older bedrock deposits and filled in large proportions of the river valleys. Bedrock in McHenry County includes Silurian dolomite deposited 400 million years ago. Ordovincian limestone and dolomite deposits 450 million years ago. Both types of bedrocks were formed when shallow seas covered the interior of the United States. These seas were not stable. At the time, northern Illinois was near the seashore, and at other times, far out to sea. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the hell are they dating rock 400 million years ago? How they know those deposits are 400 million years old? They have a dating system that allowed them to dig into the earth to uncover those things. And the deeper you go, the more is revealed. And the evidence that is left behind provides an illustration of what actually transpired. But they can tell if water was there, because you'll have water vapor in some areas. They could tell if something else was there. They could tell that in other instances, but they're really good at what they do. And they know, we know how old the earth is, just to be honest. So, and in knowing this information and being able to dig that deep and to be able to get a piece of history and implement it in that manner, basically means that if they're digging in these places and they're dating that far back, at some point they were looking to run into potentially bones of some sort, human or animal. Something would have revealed itself. So for those people who say that you're native or you're indigenous and you've always been here, it's archaeological evidence like this that tells you that you. All right, so starting 1.6 million years ago, continental glaciers began to form the centers of eastern and central Canada. Mean annual temperature was lower than today. It was 4 to 7 degrees Celsius or 7 to 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Winter snows did not completely melt during the summers. I'm going to say it again. Winter snows did not completely melt during the summers. Over time, the weight of the ice and the snow formed the glaciers to flow southward into the northern reaches of the United States. There were 4 major advancements of the continental glaciers during the Pleistocene. You had the Nebraskian, the Kansas, Illinoisan, and the Wisconsin. Why is this even important? Because that's when we know how thick the ice is, how far south those this ice cap went, and how uninhabitable lands could have been or to even come into the Americas. All right, so that's just to give you a little stretch. This is backing up all the signs that we've dealt with before. Watch this. The last glacial maximum in eastern North America was during the Wisconsin Glacial 20,000 BP. That's before present. After 15,000 BP, the ice began to melt. We do not know at this time whether we are currently in the middle of an interglacial following the Wisconsin Glacial or if the ice age is actually over. We can't predict that. What if it came back? We effed up. I guess we'd be in South America. All of us. I don't mind going to South America. I got some family down there. They got dropped off during the Holocaust. So I'm going to skip on over a little bit because this ain't going to talk about nothing but the glacier period. And I want to get into what I want to introduce to everybody. So we talked about these cultural resources earlier. And McHenry County is full of cultural resources. Main thing is that this Pre-Clovis site in McHenry County, let me go back and let y'all know, as of December 31st, 2003, 379 sites were recorded within the Illinois State Museum, the institution that now manages the state sites files. All right. Some of these sites were occupied many times throughout prehistory. Some have both prehistory and historic occupations. Some contain only a few artifacts, others hundreds or even thousands. Those containing few artifacts are often called isolated finds and usually contains little information about the past life ways. Some sites from the historic period appears to be dumps. Items brought into the site from unknown locations, isolated finds, historic dumps have not been included in this culture history, and so on. So prehistory. Although people probably entered North America from Asia, y'all heard this again. Although people probably entered North America from Asia at least 20,000 years ago, evidence for their presence in the Midwest before 12,000 BP is lacking. From the time of the initial entry into the county until the arrival of the Europeans in the 17th century, the archaeological record shows evidence for continuous population growth and changing social adaptation to new developments in both the natural and social landscape. These are things that make you go, They have evidence for a continuous population growth and changing social adaptations to new developments in both the natural and social landscape. What this tells us is this: if there's a core group of people that are coming in, these people encounter other people, then it would have been some type of fight for survival of the fittest, because people are trying to protect and defend. What is it to protect and defend? Your natural resources, things that you're using for your preservation. However, if another group of people is threatening your preservation, then war should transpire. And believe you me, there was plenty of little small pocket beefs that transpired in pre-Clovis period. But we ain't here to talk about that today. What we're here to talk about is all the things that you see on the screen. The Paleo Indian period. The first inhabitants of northern Illinois and McHenry County arrived shortly after the southern border of the Wisconsin ice sheet retreated into Wisconsin sometime around 12,000 years ago. These people, what people? The Paleo Indians were nomadic bands of hunter-gatherers who lived in small groups and traveled over large territories. The sites are most often identified by the presence of fluted points like the Clovis point in Plate 1. These tools were typically very well made and were used as spear points and knives. Fluted points have been found throughout the United States. Other artifacts found from this time period include stone scrapers, engravers, and bone tools. No sites from this time period in northern Illinois have been dated by radiometric means. 2 sites containing fluted points and 4 isolated fluted points have been found in McHenry County. And we'll look at Figure 3. Although the large game such as extinct forms of bison and elephant were hunted by the Paleo Indian groups on the western plains, hold on, let me run that back. Although large game such as extinct forms of bison and elephant were hunted by Paleo Indian groups on the western plains, there are no documented kill sites east of the Mississippi River. So, my question to the Abos: when were you hunting bison and elephant? Do you have any type of oral tradition or story that talks about these things that could have been passed down through generation? I didn't think you did. So, evidence for butchering and a few stone tools have been found in association with mammoth remains from the Hurriel and the Chafour sites in southern Wisconsin, but whether these animals were hunted or scavenged is unknown. Available evidence suggests that Paleo Indian groups followed a seasonal migratory cycle relying on deer, small mammals, and vegetation for most of their food supply. One consequence of this highly mobile lifestyle is that little trash accumulated in one spot. You heard that right. Little trash accumulated in one spot, making the location and identification of Paleo Indian sites difficult. Sites are usually located on high river terraces or in upper land areas on, upper land areas on wetland edges. These locations did not flood. They offered easy access to aquatic plant and animal resources and served as vantage points for locating larger game. All right, so what we're going to look at now, and I'm not going to bore y'all to death, just some of the plates or the artifacts that were found that date back Clovis, pre-Clovis point. All right, and these were tools that were made. So I'm gonna scroll down and across. All of these are tools. I cannot make this up. They're all tools relating to a cultured group from 10,000 to 3,000 years. And this is what we get. I'm gonna come on down and I'm gonna come back left, but I want to show you. There's an immense amount of evidence that works here. Excuse the dogs in the background. They barking for Tyson. They want him to come out and play at 10 o'clock at night. All right. Look at that. The Mississippi points. Yeah, these were found by Kofi House in his backyard. Yep. That's why they call them Mississippi points. Look at that time period. 1,450 before present AD, 1,000 to 1,600. Then they had a proto-historic. We ain't even got to get into all of that. So I wanted to kind of just throw this on y'all, man, because it needs to be thrown on y'all. And when you get a chance, you can go back and you can read some of this stuff. But look, in 1673 to 1832, this is what it says. The Fox and the Kickapoo Indians, you heard me, the Fox and the Kickapoo Indians passed through the Fox Valley during the early 18th century. This one they retreating, but did not establish villages. Members of other nations, for example, the Ottawa, Miami, the Menominee, the Winnebago, are noted within mixed villages during the historic period. The Fox River was the eastern boundary of the Muscogee between 1655 and 1679, and was the border between the eastern and western Muscogee bands between 1679 and 1735. Muscogee were a semi-sedentary Algonquin-speaking tribe who had fled west from Michigan under Iroquois attack. Told you they were retreating. You didn't believe me. You thought I was making it up. In 1682, some Muscogee settled between the Fox and the Des Plaines River in the Round Lake area. They relied on a mixed economy of corn agriculture supplemented by summer bison hunts and winter deer and bear hunts. Their settlement pattern consisted of a large summer village within the lakeshore or river plant forest and scattered fall winter camps. Canoes were utilized after 1728 when the Muscogee became involved in the fur trade. Political and military troubles with the French, the Ottawa, and the Potawatomi resulted in the upheaval. The Muscogees then shifted to the south and east, eventually consolidating with the Kickapoo, while the Potawatomi extended their territory from Wisconsin into northern Illinois. It's a little prehistory of the little beef that goes on between them. And of course, if you're unfamiliar, I would highly recommend you pull up the Black Hawk War, because you got some elbows claiming to be Black Hawk, and you can eliminate them really, really quick with this source. And others. All right, so again, here go the early settlers. Right here. So this article has a lot of information. But what you're not going to see on here is these fake Indians claiming to be some of these early settlers. They ain't on here. I guarantee you. All right, so I'm going to pause right here on this source, and I'm going to take you somewhere else. Before I get that off, I do want to kind of look through the chat and see if I lost some people, because, I know some people they got comprehension problem. There go that old sucker ass nigga named Kyle. Sutek said Tyson got some bitches waiting. He said Sean ain't answering no elbow questions. Y'all got all the questions and none of the answers. Sit back and learn. Facts.
Hold up. Does that say a curriculum guide for grades 8 through 12, Sean?
You heard me.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's how low their education is.
Yeah, we gotta go all the way back. We gotta start over.
Take these niggas to junior high school.
I pulled out a 5th grade book. I decided to be a little bit more respectful. I gotta watch Snowfall myself. Sutet. I'm gonna watch it in a little bit. I'm gonna be up all night. I'm on an all-night flight. What did Denise say? Bar method reloaded. Hit the link. Hold on. We can't go nowhere yet. I need my reader. Let me get my reader. Come on here, Denise. Nah, she ain't left no damn well. Bring your ass here. Come on, man. Come on, man. Quit playing. We're trying to learn here together. We're a team. Ah, okay. You had to recap the 5th. Okay, I got you. Oh yeah, I just need to catch this episode that just dropped. There we go. Boom. All right, so we got the sister in the building. Give us some
I'm
balance.
about to be reading all night.
No, you're not.
I'm telling you.
Nah, yeah, we're gonna share. All right, so real quick, I want to get into this source right here because it's not the entirety of the source, but you got to remember everything is in there. So what does it say? Investigating the first peoples, the Clovis child burial, a curriculum guide for 8th graders to 12th.
Yeah.
All right, so what is the significance of this? I don't know if y'all remember on Garfield show, Sabio, you might remember, but when Thunder was reading that article and talking about the kid being found and how they do the afterlife crap and all of that.
Yeah, I remember.
Afterlife crap.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally remember all that.
But it's part of their cultural identity and things like that. Well, I wanted to bring a little bit more clarity to what's going on with that, but I wanted to do it from a high school perspective or middle to high school perspective, because I think that's where a lot of people dropped out. That's claiming to be indigenous and Aboriginal.
I'll agree with that.
I think they did. I don't know. They might got a GED. Nothing against GED, but they might got a GED.
8th, 9th, 10th grade, 11th grade. Yep, that's about right.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't pass.
I don't know. My children are in those grades, and I don't think that they're going to think that they are Aboriginal.
Well, let's see what
That's
I'm trying.
It's a cognitive. I don't know. That's just the self-hate doctrine.
They got self-hate. This dude cannot go to sleep since he hear a dog barking. All right, so what I want to do is I want to kind of just touch on some stuff, and I want to use the sister to help us get through the illustration because it's what she do. Now, real quick, let me bag back out of this real quick so people can see this. If you look on the screen, other publications by Project Archaeology. If you go to the website, it'll take you to all of this. But look at the grades. Look at the grades, y'all. 3rd through 5th. 4th through 7th.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not making this up. Intrigue of the past. I'm telling you, this is how it goes down.
We got to take them to elementary school books with pictures.
We got to take them. We got to get somewhere. All right, so this is important real quick, and we'll just read the first. Okay, Denise, I'll just get you to read the first 2 paragraphs. Okay, from here to you can stop at some period of time, and then I'll read this one. I really want people to hear this.
Okay, start where?
Knowing
archaeology?
The past, in history. Yep.
Okay. Knowing the past, archaeology and history. Archaeology and history share the same goal of seeking to reconstruct and understand the human past. The two disciplines.
Hold on. Don't go too fast. You know these people slow, right? The Abos, they slow. So we go too fast, they ain't gonna understand it. So, but hold on, you said something that was very important. What is the goal of archaeology and history?
Reconstruct and understand the human past.
Okay, so the goal of archaeology and history is to reconstruct and understand the human past. Okay, we with you. Go ahead, my sister.
The two disciplines differ in some important ways. Of the two, history is the more familiar way to know about the past. History relies on written evidence such as diaries, letters, public documents like treaties or laws, legal documents, or literature. These documents can range from something as important as the Declaration of Independence or as humble as a grocery store ledger. For the most part, these documents. Hold on.
Oh boy, she finna go regulate the household. The Xbox 360 Call of Duty is live.
Oh, that was my girl's that time. Okay, where is that at?
These documents can range from something as important.
These documents can range from something as important as the Declaration of Independence or as humble as a grocery store ledger. For the most part, these documents were written intentionally to relay a particular piece of information, and for this reason, they are inherently biased. Good day. Historical documents might record a special event or a narrative about a person's experiences or provide information about individuals, their character, or experiences. Archaeology uses material evidence such as artifacts, buildings, stone walls, fire hearths, foundations, butchered animal bones, charred seeds, or even altered landscapes to reconstruct the past. An archaeological site might comprise an entire city or a small scatter of stone artifacts on the surface of the ground. Archaeological data are rarely produced intentionally. Rather, they are the unintentional evidence of human activities. For example, people who killed and butchered Persian gazelles on the banks of the Euphrates River in what is now Syria were just getting something to eat and probably not trying to communicate anything to anyone. In this sense, archaeological remains do not carry the same bias as written records, which were produced intentionally. The archaeological record rarely records the lives of individuals, but is instead a result of collective activity. Similarly, with the exception of sites like Pompeii, which was buried in volcanic ash in AD 79, archaeologists rarely find evidence of a single event. Most archaeological sites are the accumulation of physical materials from many events over some period of time.
All right, so based on what you just read right there, what would you get from the first two paragraphs?
Well, kind of that you use like history and archaeology together.
Right.
Because history is it's recorded, but it's biased to whoever is recording it. Where archaeology is more so just studying like the habits of the people and the nature.
All of,
Great point.
all of it has to deal with trying to extract and provide evidence to substantiate what history is telling us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They work together.
Right. So that's what I mean by this fight, y'all. When we talk about when we have these conversations with people that are claiming to be Aboriginal or indigenous to this land, or whether it's Hebrew Israelites, or if it's the Ta-Nehisi, or the Ta-Mary, commissions of 125th Street in Harlem, the Harlem Commissions. If it's them, that territory up there where a lot of the pseudoisms are created, and they giving us some history, right? The history could be what they could be spitting some history, but if we don't have the evidence, we can't substantiate it. So, we got to go in and we got to deal with what we got to deal with and present that. The problem with us is the fact that we lack in one area and ignore it in another area. So that's why I said when we fight in this battle, we got to fight this battle two different ways. We got to let truth and them come with the history, and then we come with the archaeology to support them, or we come with the evolutionary resources to support them, whatever they got going on, because both of us are gonna weed the Aboriginal out. So, all right, let's move on. But it's all about evidence. So historical evidence may seem the more direct, in the light of difficulties in making sense of the archaeological record. A written account of what happened after all is pretty close to just telling us the answer. Archaeologists may struggle, for example, with their inscrutable potsherds to figure out patterns of Athenian colonization, but the Thucydides plainly says that there were a colony at Mytilene. That part of the case seems closed. Now we know. But of course, the case of Athenian colony in Mytilene is not closed any more than the testimony of eyewitnesses is sufficient to make the courtroom case. The jury needs more than just the words of a testimony. They must also know some background on the credibility of the witness. So when these people get on a panel and they have something to say, and then they blame it on grandmama, we need more than just the words of grandmama. They must also know some background on the credibility of grandmama. Each discipline has both strengths and weaknesses despite the limitations of each. They both have a powerful role to play in knowing the past. When used together, they can complement one another to give us a deeper, richer picture of the past. Now, I'm not going to get into archaeology in the classroom or teaching citizenship with archaeology. Not going to get into all of that. But I want to get into an overview of the project archaeology investigating the first peoples of Clovis. So, Denise, can you please read from the project to the understandings for us?
Okay. Project Archaeology is a comprehensive education program primarily for upper elementary through high school teachers and their students. The program as a whole teaches four overarching enduring understandings. Understanding the past is essential for understanding the present and shaping the future. Learning about cultures, past and present, is essential for living in a pluralistic society and world. Archaeology is a systematic way to learn about past cultures. Stewardship of archaeological sites and artifacts of everyone's responsibility. Stewardship of archaeological sites and artifacts is everyone's responsibility. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Project Archaeology used two well-researched learning models to develop this curriculum unit on the archaeological study of food and culture. Understanding by Design, a backwards design model by Grant Wiggins and J. McTeague.
Yeah.
Both models emphasize teaching for deep understandings of big ideas or broad concepts rather than acquisition of isolated facts. For Wiggins and McTeague, enduring understandings are the big ideas, the important understandings that we want students to get inside of and retain after they've forgotten many of the details. Similarly, Erickson emphasizes the selection of universal generalizations or enduring understandings to organize or facilitate student learnings rather than memorizing facts or focusing on topics. The curriculum is designed to help the students master the enduring understandings.
All right, so this curriculum unit teaches 3 enduring understandings specific to the theme of ancient burials. These enduring understandings are derived from the 4 overarching enduring understandings for Project Archaeology. There was someone that said on Garfield show that talked about archaeology. I think it was, or was it somebody that came on? Nah, it was somebody that came on my show, and that dude was a part of your back chat or one of them chats that you was in, and he had a funny name, like he was like Kemet, but something else. And he talked about how the bones, like they'll discover a bone and then they'll put it somewhere and then they'll come out later and say it was something. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So this also puts him into harm's way. So because he doesn't know much about how archaeological sites work and evidence. So burial sites provided a human connection to the past and can reveal the culture of ancient people. The Clovis child burial from the Anzique site provides a human connection to the past and reveals how ancient people expressed their love and grief. Studying ancient human remains has ethical implications, though. So, real quick, if no one knows about the site, I would highly suggest you go back a couple of shows and peep it. But we did do it on Garfield's show. I had Thunder reading it, and it talked about Anzique 1 and Anzique 2 and how they found the evidence of this child who helped them. Let me just say it like this. When they found the child remains, it was enough for them to extract DNA, and it helped them sequence the whole genome. So that was pivotal for science. And even after that, there were people that gathered around that were indigenous to the lands, and they gave them a proper burial afterwards. So they removed them. They removed the remains on their own merit, and they didn't want people to involve or disturb. So you should know more about that. Anyway, essential questions facilitate thinking by engaging students in uncovering and enduring understanding at the heart of each lesson. Rather than simply covering content, students uncover big ideas through asking and investigating important questions. Listen to this, Kiowa. Students uncover big ideas through asking and investigating important questions. Questions that cannot be answered with a yes or no or a single sentence. You see, the questions that you ask are either yes or no, or in a single sentence because you lack comprehension. However, in this unit, essential questions guide each phase of learning. So the assessment are an integral part of the each instructional event, and that the unit as a whole are designed to determine if students have grasped the enduring understanding. This is why we ask questions and we try to see if y'all mofos can read. So let me skip ahead a little bit so we can get into the body of the bill. And it's said that we got to go all the way back to an 8th grade, 8th to 12th grade rendition of a piece of work to kind of give you an idea of how archaeology works and how they use a real scenario to implement it and to teach it to freaking kids. So I'm not going to get into the learning cycle because all of y'all should know the learning cycle is real simple. Uncover prior knowledge. That's what we're doing. Discover new knowledge. That's what we're always doing. Reflect on the new knowledge. If you don't know what reflection is, let me tell you what it is. All righty. So once we gather some evidence and we see the new knowledge, let's sit back and just take it in a little bit. All right, let's think about Clovis site. What did they find at the Clovis site? What made it so significant? Were there bones there? Did they find any remnants of animals being killed by these Clovis spears and potentially burial grounds or mounds around there? Just anything. Let's say all that transpired. So we would need to reflect on each piece of evidence that connects all of these things that present itself as new evidence. And then we would make an assessment. But in your community, Kiowa, y'all don't do that. Y'all don't know how to assess anything. Y'all don't know how to review anything. You don't even know how to uncover new information. Someone says something and then all of y'all tried to go out and prove that you was Indians. None of you asked yourself, am I really an Aboriginal? What is it to be an Aboriginal? How does that make me distinct? And where should I go to start my real research to support this feeling that I have? And then none of you questioned or tried to falsify any of that stuff that y'all started to believe, which was pretty interesting. So Denise, we're not going to get into the lessons, but we're going to get into some important understandings real quick. Let me get past the teacher stuff. Let's go. You ready?
Yes.
All right. The Antique site is where we start.
The Antique site is located near Wilsaw, Montana, in the Shields Valley, lying between the Crazy Mountains and the Bridger Mountain Range. Flathead Creek flows through the valley, soon joining the Shields River that flows into the Yellowstone River. This site is located on the land of Melvin and Helen Anzik. In 1968, two construction workers, Hargis and Sarver, were digging fill dirt with a backhoe for a nearby building project. After removing about 90 yards of talus, the backhoe operator uncovered some finer soil. As he was pulling a bucket load of this fine dirt out of the embankment with the backhoe, he noticed a large, shiny, different colored rock fall out of the bank at about his eye level. He recognized the rock as a stone tool. He immediately stopped digging from the backhoe in a particular area and alerted his partner to the find. After work that night, the two construction workers and their wives came back to the site and began to remove artifacts by hand. At the end of the evening, they had collected 8 fluted projectile points, 2 end scrapers, 2 side scrapers, 3 flake tools, 69 large heat-treated shirt bifaces, and at least 6 complete and partial bone non-human foreshafts.
Mm-hmm. So
Can I do?
there is the arrow that shows you where Crazy Mountain is, and that's named after an Indian, by the way. A lot of Montana, as you can see on the map, will have some type of Indian recognition or name to it, because there's places up there, reservations still. But anyways, let's continue. So here's a view from the top of the hill where the site is at, where they found the evidence. All right, we cool on that? Cool. Okay, so you can continue, ma'am.
The group removed 90 artifacts from the site that evening. Along with the artifacts, the group found skeletal remains of 2 humans. Little did this small group know what they had just
No,
discovered.
hold on. Tell me again, what happened? What they find?
They found 90 artifacts and skeletal fragments of 2 humans.
Skeletal fragments of 2 humans. Okay, so let's figure out who these people is. Go ahead.
Okay. Little did the small group know, but they had just discovered one of the oldest human burials in the Americas and the largest assemblage of Clovis artifacts found to date. Hargis and Sarver were not the first to find Clovis-era artifacts in the valley. In 1961, Bill Bray found a projectile point while fishing along the confluence of Flathead Creek and the Shields River on the Antic property, very close to the area where Hargis and Sarver made their discovery. According to Bray, the projectile point was in the back dirt of a marmot or badger hole. He also noticed bones covered in red ochre protruding from the black dirt pile. What's that?
What is orch?
C.
Ochre is like paint. It's like
it's down there.
cover.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I keep reading. Bray thought they looked.
Did I mess y'all up?
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Yes, Bray thought they looked like knuckle bones. What? Although the context was badly disturbed, the site was studied by several professional and avocational archaeologists between 1968 and 1999. All told, the original removal of artifacts by the construction workers and archaeological investigations yielded 125 artifacts and skeletal remains of 2 children.
Hold on.
In 2000.
Hold on. So between 1968 and 1999, what is it? 31 years? 31 years, right?
Something like that. Close to 30.
Okay. They found 120.
Yeah, 31.
They found 125 artifacts and skeleton
And two
remains of
children.
2 children.
Mm-hmm.
So it took that long to find that many artifacts and the remains of 2 children. So what happened in 2001?
In 2001, the human remains were dated by scientists at the National Museum of Natural History at the Smithsonian Institution.
So they weren't dated by Aboriginals. They were dated by scientists?
Yeah.
Okay.
They determined that the bones found at the site were from 2 different individuals. The red ochre stained bones found at the bottom of the cache of artifacts belonged to a 1 to 2 year old child, while the bleached bones found closer to the surface were from a 7 and 8 year old child. The dates of the 2 sets of bones were also different. The bleached bones were from between 7920 to 7894 BC. Yeah, go down.
You can't see that?
No.
It say 8600 plus or minus 90 radiocarbon years.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 8600 plus or minus 90 radiocarbon years before the present.
All right. So continue right here.
Okay. The ochre stained bones were even older, dating between 10,765 to 10,615 BC, 10,680 plus or minus 50 of that stuff I said before. These dates were computed in 1983. These dates were computed in 1983 and 1988. Technology rapidly changes and better dating techniques become available in the early 1990s. So in 1997, the bones of the 1 to 2 year old were dated again and came in between 11,540 to 11,316 BC, 11,550 plus or minus 60, the radiocarbon stuff they're talking about, which is almost 1,000 years older than the first date. However, according to Stafford, the technician who ran the test, the age of 11,540 BC is tantalizing and needs further corroboration for definite confirmation. Both sets of bones are fragmentary at best. The 1 to 2 year old child is represented by 28 cranial fragments, the left clavicle, the left fourth rib, and the right third and fourth ribs. The 7 to 8 year old child is represented by 4 articulating pieces of the posterior left and right, parietals, and the occipital squamous. The remains of the children are very incomplete, and Osley and Hunt came to no conclusion concerning their lives or their cause of death. By the late 1980s, interest in the Anzac site began to grow. In 1988 and 1989, a good part of the collection was loaned to the Montana Historical Society in Helena, Montana, for a permanent exhibit called Montana Homeland. In 2001, the Anzac collection became front page news across the state when Montana House Bill 165 of the Montana Repatriation Act was introduced into the Montana legislature. The bill called for
a who act? A who act? What kind of act?
The Montana Repatriation Act.
Okay.
What is it? Okay, so what is it? Providing a mechanism for the return of human skeletal remains or funerary objects taken from burial sites prior to July 1st, 1991, to a tribal group, next of kin, or descendant able to establish cultural affiliation. Existing lithic material and other artifacts of non-human derivation removed from the Anzac site on or before July 1st, 1991. From the provisions of this act, requiring a hearing pursuant to the Montana Administrative Procedure Act, providing for an appeal of any burial preservation board decision to district court, staying a board decision regarding repatriation or study during an appeal, providing for payment of testing and reimbursement of court costs and reasonable attorney fees, providing procedural rulemaking authority to the board, and providing an immediate effective date.
Why you say that?
Oh, I'm not done reading. While it was mandated, the other mortuary objects needed to be returned to tribes. The Anzac lithic materials were exempted from the bill by an amendment and will always belong to the Anzac family and to the families of the construction workers, unless they decide to sell the artifacts to another party. Oh, that sucks.
All right, so what you think about that last little bit of information regarding, not only just the acts, but the fact that how they do things, they just put things together. What's your perspective?
I mean, no say. What do you mean how they put it together?
I mean, the
Because
work
that
that,
was a whole lot.
yeah, it was a whole lot, but do you feel like it was detailed enough for you to actually see what the archaeologists are going through and how they take into the accounts the bones and all of that stuff and how they created these acts to help um, do what needed to be done for the families and so on and so forth?
I mean, yeah. I get it. They have bones.
Right.
But they still. I mean, I feel like they should have been able to keep the artifacts too. But I understand that it's like those are people. They're not just bones. So even though you're studying them, they still belong to somebody.
Factamundo. All right, so now we get into the Clovis culture. This is the name given to the group of people who lived in the Americas approximately 13 to 12,000 years ago. The name Clovis comes from the Clovis era archaeological sites found in the excavated Clovis, New Mexico in 1932. Clovis culture is also called Paleo Indian culture by archaeologists. The origins of these people living such a long time ago are still under dispute. Got to remember that. Some American Indian people reject the archaeological reconstructions. Vine Delaria Jr., the American Indian scholar, remember, listen to me. We got American Indian scholar being quoted. What does he say? Finds that the idea of trans-Beringer migrations to be absurd and unacceptable. That's his perspective. Goes on to say, some Native Americans feel the scientific explanation does not correspond with the oral traditions and religious beliefs. They feel their people originated in America and they have been here forever, which is much longer than 13,000 years. Clovis people were hunter and gatherers. They hunted large game, including mammoth, mastodons, and bisons. They were living in the mega mammal landscape. The majority of the Clovis sites excavated to date represent kill sites where hunting events took place. Many Clovis sites have Clovis points I can't even say the word, interpersed with mammoth and other large mammal bones. So look at here, we have an image of Clovis type technology, and they're talking about those arrow pointing, right? So I'm not going to read any of that to you, but why the site is significant? The Anzac site is significant for many reasons. The site represents the oldest human, listen very closely, Kiowa. You in the chat. You talking and you disturbing in this learning moment when you could be learning and observing and appreciating this information. The Anzac site is significant for many reasons. The site represents the oldest human burial in North America and the only known burial associated with Clovis culture. According to archaeologist Michael Waters, Jake Fisher, an archaeologist and professor of anthropology at Montana State University, stated that the burial of a young child is highly unusual. This child was buried ceremonially, which is indicated by the red ochre accompanying the burial. The child is also buried with a very specialized toolkit of learning kit. This burial has all the markings of a high status burial. But children were not commonly given high status in hunter-gatherer societies for the obvious reasons relating to high infant mortality rates. Nowhere in the past or present is there evidence of children in smaller hunter-gatherer societies having a much status as the child seems to have been given. Because red ochre is a symbolic and represents many different things for many different people, it is important to know why it is used to cover this child and the artifacts associated with this child. We can only guess at the meanings. Researchers have a few clues about how he died. Over the past 46 years, there have been many research projects focusing on the Anzac materials. More recently, there's been DNA analysis of the skeleton remains of the two children buried at the Anzac site. The more recent DNA analysis is the topic of this curriculum. Now, what lessons does Shane Doyle, member of the Crow tribe, want school children to learn from the Clovis child burial? Now, again, Shane Doyle, who is a member of the Crow tribe, what he want these kids to know. Let's find out. Let's see what he want Kiowa to learn. He said that he want Kiowa to learn that the burial shows how American Indians have always cared for their children. So Shane Doyle of the Crow tribe wanted Kiowa, fake internet Indian, to know. He said, child, I want you to know that this is how we've always cared for our children. He goes on to say, one of the most important things is how we treated our children, the kind of care that we always have had for our children. We don't skimp on our kids, and that's the reason we survived all these years. People will look into that Clovis burial, and they will see that this was a 2-year-old boy. He wasn't a chief. He wasn't a great hunter. He wasn't a great warrior. He had never really contributed to any economic benefits to his tribe. But the respect and love that was shown to him was really beyond measure and would probably go beyond anything people do today. I guess the grief that these people express in their burial is timeless in my mind. And I think it is a story people everywhere around the world should know. How, again, those values have survived for 12,600 years into today. These people ain't related to a Kiowa or know who he is. He from VA. We got Pre-Clovis in the VA. We got Clovis in the VA. All the places that he say he from, we got the evidence, and he got none. Flex bomb. So let's go. We're going to skip past the discovery report because we're well aware of what was assessed and uncovered. And we're going to come on through here and we're going to hit one more little point, and then we're going to transition into a whole new bill. Look how beautiful this is. This dude ain't got no ethics. Let me get past all the little understandings of it. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Now, hold on. This is written by Shane Doyle. Remember, he of the Crow tribe. You know, many people be talking about who's the author, who wrote it, who did this, who did that. Well, we have someone that's an actual Native American writing this. And the title of this is the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act. So we need to just be clear on this, and then we can move on a little bit. I don't want to give everybody too much sauce.
Okay. The Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, also known as NAGPRA, is a federal law that was passed by the U.S. Congress in 1990 to protect the burials, both ancient and recent, of American Indian people. NAGPRA is officially known as U.S. Public Law 101-601, 25 U.S.C. 3001-3013, and it has several sections which describe what the law is supposed to do. The law was created in 1990 because many American Indian people urged the federal government to reverse its 150-year-old policy of collecting and storing Native American skeletons and other sacred funerary objects. Before the NAGPRA law was passed, museums were allowed to keep the remains of Native American people. Both those bones discovered by archaeologists or taken by U.S. Army for study. Along with these bones and their collections, museums also own other sacred objects that were included in tribal burial sites. But many things changed for museums, archaeologists, and also tribal people when NAGPRA became the law of the land. NAGPRA forced all federal agencies and all museums receiving federal funding, including the Smithsonian Institution, to make a full record of all of their human remains and work to return those remains to tribal agencies who made requests for specific items. NAGPRA changed the law in America for the better because it required scientists and museums to give greater respect towards the ancestral bones and sacred funerary objects of Native Americans. The Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act was a landmark law that has achieved a great amount, but the law is limited because it does not apply to human remains and other funerary objects that are privately owned. Individual people in private museums, such as the Buffalo Bill Cody Museum of the West in Cody, Wyoming, are not required to return any objects that may be considered sacred in their collection to tribal communities. NAGPRA is also limited in its ability to protect objects that tribes are unable to make a specific claim towards, which means that even though a sacred object might have belonged to tribal people thousands of years ago, modern Native American people aren't able to request for them back from federal museums because they don't have adequate documented proof. What?
Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it?
In the year 2015, NAGPRA will celebrate its 25th anniversary. Dang, that wasn't that long ago.
Nope.
Which offers an opportunity to reflect on the strength and weaknesses of the law. It's time to look back on what NAGPRA has helped society achieve and also where the law has fallen short and how it can be improved. The Anzic child's DNA has shown that all tribal people are directly related to Clovis people of 13,000 years ago. So now there's that.
Say that again, real slow for the chat.
The Anzic child's DNA has shown that all tribal people are directly related to the Clovis people of 13,000 years ago. So now there's definitive proof that modern Native Americans have an authentic claim to all of the bones and other sacred funerary objects that may be in the ground. Should this new discovery be utilized to improve the law? This is just one of the many things to consider about the NAGPRA on its 25th anniversary, which was some years ago.
All right, so that's what I wanted you to get to was this point right here, is that the Anzic child's DNA has shown that all tribal people are directly related to the Clovis people of 13,000 years ago. So now there's definitive proof that modern Native Americans have authentic claim to all the bones and other sacred funerary objects that may be in the ground. Kiowa, you ain't got none of this. None, zero, zilch. You just a dude in the chat asking a bunch of people questions about their DNA and you don't even understand DNA. So I'm gonna hit too far on the Clovis. Like I said, everything that I have is always sourced up. So I want to go on. I want to move on to something else a little bit more significant here. And I want to enter this into the evidence court as well. This is also dealing with Department of Anthropology papers. Yeah, you got to go to these universities to get that work. And this is indigenous knowledge and traditional knowledge. This was written in 2014 by Bukar. And if I said the name wrong, I don't care. But I'm not going to get too far into this, but I'm going to allow Denise, you know what I'm saying, to read the abstract for us so you know why I'm submitting this into the YouTube scholarship arena of evidence.
Okay, abstract. Over time, indigenous peoples around the world have preserved distinctive understandings rooted in cultural experience that guide relations among human, non-human, and other than human beings in specific ecosystems. These understandings and relations constitute a system broadly identified as indigenous knowledge, also called traditional knowledge or Aboriginal knowledge. Archaeologists conducting excavations in indigenous locales may uncover physical evidence of indigenous knowledge, like artifacts, landscape modifications, ritual markers, stone carvings, or faunal remains. But the meaning of this evidence may not be obvious to non-Indigenous or non-local investigators. Researchers can gain information and insight by consulting Indigenous traditions. These localized knowledges contain crucial.
You just broke up all the way.
I know. Hold on.
You need to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Somebody call my phone.
These
I don't even know where I was at.
these localized knowledges
Contain crucial information that can explain and contextualize scientific data. Archaeologists should, however, strive to avoid interference with esoteric knowledges, sacred sites, ritual landscapes, and cultural property. Research consultation with local indigenous knowledge bearers is recommended as a means to ensure ethical practice and avoid unnecessary harm to sensitive sites and practices. You want to keep reading?
No.
Okay.
So basically, you set the stage for what's going on here. But this is a well-written article that people should dive into. But Kiowa, do you look like this gentleman right here? His name is Roger Paul Passamaquoddy, bending samples to construct a frame for a traditional Wampanoag Wetu, which is a dome-shaped shelter beside the Penobscot River in Maine. This dude is in Maine doing this at a retreat. Look at how he look, bro. He don't look white. He don't look black. He look Paleo Indianish. Now, it says here, individual ethnic and tribal communities in different regions of the world have preserved different versions of traditional knowledges. While these knowledges might share some things in common, they do not comprise a single or simple toolkit. Indigenous knowledges can be envisioned as hereditary system of learned awareness and skills that enable wisdom to be gained and tools to be constructed as needed from the materials at hand. These knowledges are rooted in particular place or ecosystem, but they are not necessarily static or fixed. Religious knowledge, for example, are quite portable and can be used to mediate human encounters with ancestral spirits and other than human beings wherever these encounters might take place. Ecological knowledge are also portable in that they call for a reliance upon local resources and careful observations of the interactions between the living beings and natural process within an ecosystem to ensure human survival. So you know that they have knowledge keepers. I'm not even gonna get into all of that because I don't want to just bust Kiowa's bubble. I want to save some stuff because in case he want to open up his mouth, I could slap him in it. But Kiowa, if you an indigenous, like you said that you was an Indian, where are your tools at? Where is your harpoon points? Because the people continue to practice their traditional ways and everything on the reservation. Bro, you live in the projects. You don't live on a reservation. Your reservation is the ghetto, right? It's where you from. So, Denise, read about oral tradition for me real quick.
I have enough of this on another show. We just need to send you all the other previous shows. Oral tradition, whether communicated as historical narratives or mythical stories, constitute a form of traditional knowledge that can teach, carry, and reinforce other knowledges. Among indigenous groups, oral traditions serve as the collective memories of ethnic, tribal, and kinship groups, a formal corpus relating to the whole society. Oral traditions can blur the boundaries of narrative and performance, and that they are both product and process, object and experience. Although they may be characterized as fragile or malleable, these traditions are not simple hearsay or personal reminiscence. They are community memories, regularly recounted and periodically verified by knowledgeable elders. Indigenous oral traditions often contain insightful explanations that focus on details, origin stories referencing natural and constructed features of the landscape, descriptions of the beings that inhabit this landscape, articulations of the reciprocal relations among these beings, and traditional beliefs that guide human interactions with place. Oral traditions can also include supernatural data, stories of encounters between human and non human beings in the distant past, messages delivered by animal intelligences, spiritual visions, and transformations. Some of the most ancient oral traditions record the actions of other than human beings who move glaciers, rivers, and rocks, actively sculpting the indigenous homeland. Some of the more recent ones explain distinctive place names that map and mark human geographies.
All right, hold on. Let me see. There you go. Nah, stop right there. So, do you understand the use of oral tradition, as it is also married with history, and also gives us an opportunity to be able to use the other sciences to support it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just make sure you had an understanding. Anybody else lost? Nobody lost? All right, I bet. Okay, so that's the importance of indigenous knowledge. But real quick, I'm not going to get into Society for American Archaeology that's regarded to the native oral traditions, but that is something to pile on to the evidence. But there's also another South Dakota state plan for archaeological resources, which, where they're excavating and they're providing information for us to tell a full story. I want to, but what I want to do is I want to be clear about something. Not I could have gotten to this one, but this is a lot of data. Look how many pages it is. It's 874 pages. And like I said, it's got everything in it: burial sites, mounds, all kind of traditions. Everything an Aboriginal can lie about, we can go substantiate it and buzz him out of it with this source right there. Now I'll see what I'm typing. Where does the name Kiowa come from? The name Kiowa evolved from the Comanche name for the tribe. The Comanche originally called their neighbors and later allies Kiowa. Two halves differ. This name referred to the way Kiowa warriors wore their hair. The warriors traditionally cut only one side of their hair and left the other alone. All right, so let's look at the Comanche, right? This is who Kiowa claims to be. But he don't know shit about the Comanche. Now, you show me on here which one of these Comanche people look exactly like Kiowa. Since he want to use lookership, this how I'm gonna weed him out. These are the Comanche whose name he didn't hijack. Show me, Denise, where you at? Where you at? Somebody, somebody tell me when to stop, when they can see a picture that looks any. If y'all don't know what Kiowa look like, I can pull a picture. We got his picture. We know what he looked like, and he damn
What
sure
does
don't
he
look like
look like?
one of these people, huh?
But what does he look like?
I get it for you. Don't worry about it. I get it for you here in just a second. You don't know what he look like? Uh-oh. See, this is why when you run your mouth too much. Uh-oh. Man, Tyson funky, bro. Y'all better be glad y'all ain't got no English bulldog. This dude be pooting and sleep. I don't know how he do it. The poodleristic. Let me spray. I can't take it no more, Tyson. Go wash your behind, boy. All right, so you asked me how does he look, right, Denise?
Yeah.
All right, hold up. I gotta transfer the image so we can pull it up. But look, there's a book on these people. You see what I'm saying? Like, dude, don't you, bro? Quit embarrassing yourself. Take that market shit off. You embarrassing us. Running around here trying to be some pretends. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna show y'all what this nutty looks like. He definitely don't look like her. That's a female. Where the image at, Sutek? Caught him out there loafing on Dagger Squad channel. Oh. But tell me where to stop. The Comanches. Now let me go back. Let's go back and let's look at what it said again, y'all. Look. Let's go back and let's see what it says. What this say again? Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up on Kansas, y'all. Look where this is at. Kansas, y'all. So you tell me the history of these people being in Virginia or North Carolina. Tell me if these people in Virginia, North Carolina. Come on. Denise, I need you to read while I'm trying to pull this picture up.
Oh my God.
Come on, be fair.
The Kiowa's original name for the tribe was Kawuda, pulling out, or Tepna, coming out. These names are most likely a reference to their creation myths. In the tribe's creation mythology, the earth had been flooded, and then a period of drying occurred, and land formed. As the earth dried and the land took shape, forests grew. A supernatural being, Day, called the tribe into the world by striking a hollow log with a stick, bringing each member of the tribe forth until a pregnant woman became stuck, thus blocking any others from following. The forest began to recede, and the bison took to the newly formed grassy plains. Same day taught the people of the forest, created from a tree, to hunt bison on the plains. Thus, the people of the forest became the Kiowa of the plains. It is worth noting that the tribe's creation mythology is complementary to the geological records of glacial recession that formed forests of coniferous and deciduous trees that eventually died out to form the plains of North America. The name Kiowa evolved from the Comanche name for the tribe. The Comanche originally called their neighbor and later allies Caigua. Two halves differ. The name referred to the way Kiowa warriors wore their hair. The warriors traditional cut only one side of their hair and left the other one long. As the Europeans began to make records of the tribe, Caigua became Kiowa. The name Kiowa now means the principal people according to the tribe. So the Europeans gave them that name?
Say that again. How did they get the name? Just say it one more. All you got to do is reread what you just said. That last part. Let me cut the gunfire down.
As the Europeans began to make records of the tribe, Caigua became Kiowa. The name Kiowa now means the principal people according to the tribe. So how you take it? You still took a European name.
He thought he wouldn't though.
You wasn't that nation, but you have a European name for a tribe. That's weird. I thought you was trying to get away from that.
So show me the Kiowa in Virginia, because he's not from Kansas at all. Remember, he's a Spalding. What he told us. Remember, the Spaldings are people from North Carolina. So how is he Kiowa way over there? Explain that to us, bro. I hope y'all can see this picture, bro. I'm trying to do the best I can. He talking in the chat. Now here go a picture of the people, okay? Because you always want to know what the people look like that you're referring to. Can you see this picture, Denise?
I see it.
Does it
It's like blurry though.
is it blurry?
Yeah.
Nah, I think something wrong with your motherfucking phone, bro. How about now? That look better. That's gotta look better.
Bigger.
Look better and better.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does Kiowa look like this?
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if Kiowa looks like this. He said because he be traveling. See, he talked too much in the chat. When he didn't say as much as if he didn't say as much as he did, I wouldn't even bother the brother. But the fact that he talking so much, can you see him? With an American flag in the background. That's not a tribal flag. That's an American flag in the background. Watch you say that's his job. So now you're a janitor at a school?
Does he have half of his head shaved?
Hell no, he ain't got no half his damn head shaved. He ain't in the chat no more talking, is he? He quiet now. He done ran. He done ran now. You see what I'm saying? You see how easy it is? He done ran now. You done ran now. Coward.
He gotta go change his name.
Yeah, he gotta go change his name. Shit, he trying to go Google some shit. That ain't it though. Let's continue. I ain't done with this. I ain't done with him. I am not. He wanted to play. Look at all the stuff you can find. What is this though? What is this? Can you read that for me, please? Can you read this? The Cutthroat Massacre. What's that about?
What?
Yeah.
Food was scarce during the summer of 1833, and so the
Mm-hmm.
principal chief of the Kiowa, Adate Island Man, split the tribe into smaller bands.
Mm.
These bands were spread out over a large distance to increase the chances of finding enough food.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the warriors had left to participate in raids of the Ute and to hunt bison herds, leaving the camps highly vulnerable to attacks. Adate took his band to the Wichita Mountains in present-day Oklahoma. They made camp near the western border with the Osage, who posed the largest threat to the Kiowa and Comanche alliance.
Mm-hmm.
The little Osage chief, Chitopa, led a war party to attack Adate's camp. The Osage warriors killed every man, woman, and child in 4 Kiowa lodges.
Mm.
Dang. They also killed the wife of the Taime keeper and stole the Taime. The Osage cut the heads off all the dead and placed them into kettles for the rest of the Kiowa to find as a warning.
So
Adate escaped the attack but was removed from his position as principal chief. Adate was replaced by Nohasan Little Bluff. Hey,
so so this dude name is a name of a people who got murked. They got murked by the neighboring tribe, and then they got beheaded. And then he got beheaded. This dude in the chat.
Kiowa wants a link.
Bro, listen. He got to get this work. This dude in the chat whose half of his head ain't shaved wants to claim the fame of some people from Kansas, bro. They not how they related to Spaldings, bro. Huh? You don't even know how to really get. Now I'm finna take it on a further step, and I'm gonna do one more because I was really waiting to kind of turn up on you a little bit when you just kept on instigating in all of them chats you running around in. So now I'm gonna go back to the early history. The early history. According to the Kiowa, at some point in the 1600s, they split when two leaders had disagreement over mutual claims to an antelope.
That's deep.
They had beef over an antelope, and they split. The defeated leader took his band known as the Anzatahop, the Angry Travelers. Look at that. They got names for themselves. The Angry Travelers to the northwest. The Kiowa and Kiowa Apache moved southeast to the Black Hills, which were already occupied by the Cheyenne, the Arapaho, and the Crow. Remember, I brought the Crow up earlier. There's no record of what became of the Azantahop after the divide. They got wiped out. You was a coward, son. You don't know nothing about these people, bro. They got murdered, and you claim the identity of a murdered people, bro. You know nothing about their culture, nothing about their religion, nothing about their social and political structures, nothing about their medicine, nothing about their dance, nothing about the Kiowa. Yet you have their name, and you try to pass yourself off as an Indian. You coward looking mofo. But it don't stop there, y'all. Nah, it don't stop there. Let me just continue to be a little bit messy. Let's go on to the Comanche, right? Let me go back to the Comanche people. Nope, I gotta go back. Boop, 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 boop. One more swipe back. The Comanche. Comanche Indians. Right? Because this who they had an alliance with, right? This who they had an alliance with. Okay, so let me show you something real quick. Denise, can you tell me where these people from?
Oklahoma?
Where else?
No sé a qué dónde.
Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico.
Oh, they're down there in Colorado, Kansas.
You
What?
see it?
Yeah.
Is any of that Virginia?
No.
What about South Carolina?
No.
But this is who they come in contact with the Kiowa, right? This is who they link up with.
Yes.
Look what it say. The government. The Comanche Nation is headquartered in Lawton, Oklahoma. Their tribal jurisdiction areas is located in Caddo, Comanche, Cotton, Greer, Jackson, Kiowa, Tillman, and Harmon counties. Their tribal chairman is Mark Woman Vavo. Remember this name because this name was significant to some shit he didn't want to claim. But he wanted to sit here and say he is of many tribe. He's of many tribe. Listen, Kiowa, quit talking because you can't come on my panel without no source. You want to get on the panel? Get a source. Negrito. Fake, bro.
What Negrito?
Yeah, Negrito. He fake. He want to be Negrito. So let me go back to Kiowa. Let's get a little bit deeper. Remember, they said something about war. Remember what they said about the war Indians? You remember that, how they supposed to dress?
Yeah, they cut off half their hair.
Cut off half their hair. What else?
I don't know. I just know they do that.
Where they say these people from? They say that they're indigenous people of the Great Plains.
Yeah.
Where's the Great Plains at? Do you know?
No.
They migrated southward,
Montana
western Montana, in the Rocky Mountains in
and
Colorado
Colorado.
in 17th and 18th century. The Kiowa ain't never been to no Virginia.
Oklahoma, Montana, Colorado.
Sucker ass nigga in the chat, bruh. Come on, bruh. You got me all the way effed up trying to run around here and still eat people coach. You a thief. You don't eat like them. You don't look like them. You don't dress like them. You don't act like them. You dang sure don't roll up like them. You something else. You something else, bruh. You a little stanky little something else.
Did you say that he don't roll up like?
Don't be clipping that shit because I know what you're doing. Yeah, it's getting too quiet. Where is it? What I need from him again? The Kiowa Warriors. The Warrior. I'm finna look these bastards up. Denise, read this for me, please. Read this for me, please. Please, just read it for me. Resistance and bloodshed. Come on, read it for me. Let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. I want to show y'all what this coward ass nigga into. Go ahead.
Resistance and bloodshed. After the Medicine Lodge Treaty, the Kiowa embarked on a hunt in the Texas Panhandle, but the hunt was unsuccessful. The bison were nearly extinct, and the Kiowa could not feed their families back on the reservation. They requested provisions that were promised in the treaty from the Indian agent. Congress had not yet approved the treaty, thus no provisions would be granted. The Kiowa started to raid the Wichita and Caddo, and later resumed their raids in Texas. Meanwhile, the Cheyenne continued to attack Euro-American settlers in Kansas and eastern Colorado as revenge for the Sand Creek Massacre. The United States started to plan an assault on the Southern Plains tribes. General Philip Sheridan planned a three-pronged assault on the tribal land during the winter, when the tribes were most vulnerable. Major Andrew W. Evans led troops from the west out of Fort Bascom in New Mexico. Major Eugene A. Carr led troops from the northwest out of Fort Lyon in Colorado. Colonel George Armstrong Custer led troops from the north out of Fort Larned in Kansas. Custer's troops hit the first camp on the Washita River on November 27, 1868. The tribes had no warning and were asleep when the attacking army opened fire. Cheyenne under Black Kettle were the first attacked by Custer. 103 Cheyenne, including Black Kettle and his wife, were killed, and 53 women and children were taken. Custer pushed towards the next camp, but his attack was held off by a group of warriors who had heard the attack on the first camp. Eventually, the United States Army retreated, but enough damage had been done. Sheridan's campaign sent a clear message that if the tribes continued to resist, they would be exterminated. The United States demanded that the tribes settle near the military forts on the reservation. The tribes were hesitant to comply with the same directive that preceded the Sand Creek Massacre only 4 years prior. Goy Pago, and Santanta were captured while traveling under a white flag with a message to Custer, stating that the Kiowa were not involved in the Battle of Washita. The Kiowa fled when their leaders were detained. The United States threatened to execute the chiefs unless the Kiowa gathered at Fort Cobb. The tribe quickly complied, and the chiefs were not executed. The Kiowa were outraged that none of the rations that were promised were delivered by 1871. A party of Kiowa and Comanche attacked a wagon train in May 1871. One of the wagons that was allowed to pass before the party launched their attack was carrying General William Tecumseh Sherman, who wanted the offenders punished. Santana claimed responsibility for the attack along with two other chiefs, Sitanga and Big Tree. Sherman ordered that the three Kiowa chiefs be arrested and sent to Texas to stand trial. The three leaders were seized, handcuffed, and transported by Army guards to Texas. En route to stand trial, Sitanga, who was a member of the Coitsinco Warrior Society, sang the traditional Coitsinco death song. Even if I survive, I will not live forever. Only the earth remains forever. Even if I survive, I will not live forever. Only the sun remains forever. Santaga escaped his handcuffs and stabbed one of the guards in the leg with the knife he had concealed. He was shot and killed, and his body was abandoned on the road. Dang. The other two chiefs were found guilty of murder and sentenced to hanging. Santana warned that if both leaders were executed, the Kiowa would launch a violent retaliation in Texas. The governor of Texas, Edmund J. Davis, commuted the sentence to life in prison, and the two chiefs were forced to labor for the railroad. Guayapago was left as the Kiowa leader. He refused to comply with any mandates from the United States and promised bloodshed in Texas until Santana and Big Tree were finally released in the spring 1873.
So there go Big Tree right here. Now, do this motherfucker look like Big Tree?
Oh.
He would be a descendant of Big Tree. Big Stepper Tree.
No, he don't look like him.
Look at his nose. Look at his lips. Look at his eyes. He looks neither nor white nor black. Not even of mixed descent. Look at how he dressed. Then we got this old infiltrating ass thief. Remember now, this is Kansas. Listen, y'all, look what this is at. Kansas. The 1870s. This ain't no long time ago. They telling you who this is. They got him right here. This Big Tree. Kiowa. Indians. They got him labeled, bro. When I talk evidence, I talk evidence. They got him. Look. Every page we go, they got him. We cannot make this up. Kiowa don't know how to shoot no bow and arrow. He can't even make none. He can barely get on the goddamn metro. Frizzlehead, Kiowa chief. See, they don't even call themselves that. They got names for themselves that he don't even respect. He don't even respect these people's names. With the big cross on there. You see him? Glistening. You know what I'm saying? Big chief. He done took somebody's sword. Look at him, big chief. Come on, man. 1870 style. Bro, you don't want no work, bro. You don't want no work, bro. You a whole sucker, bro. When I say you're a whole sucker, I meant that you're a whole sucker, bro. Just for trying to steal it. Your name don't mean kicking bird. Look at their names. Tini Angpoti. Satanta. You ain't got these names. You ain't these people. You playing Indian, bro. We got you for playing Indian. You playing Indian, bro. I can't believe you. Run around up here. I done clicked
He's
on
typing in caps now.
he typing in all caps.
That means that he's angry.
He's angry because he typing in all caps.
Yeah.
Good for him. You big mad, nigga. Sucker ass nigga. You ain't these people, bro. You ain't these people, bro. Stop the cap. Look at that. You ain't these people, bro. They got.
I know your name is not Ezekiel.
He said that's his name. Whose name is Ezekiel?
Kiowa.
Kyle, real name is Ezekiel. It could be true. Yeah, that could be true.
Probably facts. That's a biblical name.
Right there. Yeah, that's single ass name. Yeah, I'm still watching. Look at this though. Look. They have all the people that you said you are, they got the images of these people, bro. These people still carrying their traditions today, bro. Look. Kyle, look at how he dressed. This the war dude.
Damn,
He in the
Kaya
war.
was made it this far.
They
Most
still
of their
with you.
stories. Most
Yeah.
of their stories sounded really tragic.
Yeah, they still got some people left.
That's
That's what
awful.
I'm saying. They still got people left. And he running around here claiming these people and they still exist. These folks still exist out here in these streets, and he still running around here trying to claim these people's stuff. That's what I mean. He a whole out here lying, man. I ain't never seen
Well,
the type.
then I'm confused. Like, cause then are they trying to say that those people aren't those people, or that they are those people? Because if you are, then you would be. Why wouldn't you be around your people if that's who you're claiming to be?
Cause he's a damn liar.
I understand.
We got all these pictures and they labeling the people. So now he gonna say the white man, they lying. That ain't them. That ain't them, huh? That ain't them, huh? That's what he said. It wasn't them, right? I don't know what he's saying in the chat, but this a woman. Come on, bro.
They still so tiny.
Look at that, 1850 to 1900. What does it say? What is her culture?
Native American Kiowa.
What she got on?
Kiowa brave and war dress.
Mm. Mm. So they know what the people look like. They took pictures of them. They commemorated them. They even made freaking postcards and stuff out of the people, bro. Oklahoma, look at this. You ain't him. You ain't Big Chief, bro. Look at that. What they say? What kind of man they say it is?
Kiowa man and buffalo horn headdress.
Look at these people. 1872. Look, that's them. This dude tried to claim some people that still got some people ducked off in Oklahoma, Montana. You know what I'm saying? Probably didn't move to South Dakota. Okay, let's keep it. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Okay, all right. This how we know that the people still exist. What does this say? What does this say? The who? Denise, what does it say?
I'm sorry, I can't get it out. Kiowa war mothers.
Okay.
Chapter 18.
18. So this is letting you know that all of these mothers are Kiowa and they're still around. They're still around. Look. Which one of these your grandmama, bro? Or your mama? You don't look
Okay.
like none of these women up here, bro. Come on, man. Look. What that say? Here go their telephone number. You want to call them and see if this dude is Kiowa? Hmm. She's pretty. But she looked Native American. This dude over here claiming some shit he ain't a part of. Oh man. He ain't a part of none of this shit. Look at these Indians. That's why they kicking y'all up out of their shit, bro. They like, what the fuck? I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know no damn internet Indian named no Kiowa. He don't know nothing about us. Bruh. You tried to be some people that still got people around here, bro. Look at them. Look at them. Look, look. You think Kiowa know how to do that? Let's see if they got some sound. I'm gonna juke to this. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on, y'all. Let me make it big. Yeah, yeah, he did. Let's see if we see a black person in here. Get it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. They stepping in them Uggs. Hey, they go a black dude right there. He look like security. You should know how to do this. They getting down. Look at that old lady. Uh-oh. That's Kiowa. Psych. Look at them dudes. They call them Smoky River. Southern Claw. Look at how they got their hair. Uh-oh. Come on now. You said this is where HBU students HBCU steppers
Oh my God.
That's how I know you kept Kiowa. Yeah, bro. Oh, 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 oh. Why we don't see Kiowa at this event? This is around COVID too. You see a lady in the back wearing a mask. Dude got the Iverson braids. And you know damn well that ain't black hair. Look at all them damn Indians in one place. Kiowa, that's their whole clique. That dumbass said he must be the chief since he got on the jersey. He don't even know his people, bro. They watch him quick. Kaiwa, can you come on and explain the outfits that they're wearing because they have significant meaning? And I want to see if you're going to be honest or if you're going to be full of shit. Because I know for a fact that their garments represent something, and I even know what they represent. So if you come on here, I need you to have a source for claiming to be the Kiowa, and I need you to explain to me what kind of outfits they got on. Pause. That's a native American. That's what a Paleo Indian look like. They're distinct. They have archaic human facial features in two places, their lips and their jawbones. This is how they look. Look at them. You see the white woman in the back? She don't look nothing like this dude right here. They have distinct features. This is how we know they come from southeastern Eurasia. This is how we know they come from East Asia. This is how we know they come from Siberia through that land bridge. This is how we know that the Oceania people is who they descend from. The only black people in the whole event is doing what? Working. The only black people in the whole entire event is working. He working. Phoenix Moon don't dress like them. Top Cat don't dress like them. Dane definitely don't dress like them. Indigenous Aboriginal power, he don't dress like them. Chief Holiday don't dress like them. None of y'all dress like them or are at these events and supporting the indigenous, but yet y'all claim to be chief this, chief that, indigenous this, indigenous that, native this, native that, Indian this, Indian that, but you motherfuckers ain't here. Look at them. Look at this Paleo Indian, descendant of a Paleo Indian. Look at them. That's how they looked. What you running around here talking about this you? Facts, Kevin Troy. This fool said, where the Oceania look at? They got the genetics, you dumbass nigga. Being stupid. You on science with Sean. We don't do that, Jackson. What's the dudes get it? Get it. Get it. Get it. Wartime, wartime, wartime. Get it. Now, I just wanted to express to y'all, this is how I know that the dudes that be on the internet be lying. Because these people are still practicing their culture, and I'm bringing it to you. I'm bringing it to you. They still practicing their culture. They dressed up in their garbs. They sun dance, rain dance, moon dance. They all kind of dancing. Look at these Paleo Indians. They clicked up with the crackers in the audience. No offense. Look, he don't look nothing like you, Kaiwa. But this is their whole experience, bro. What you do? You ain't grabbing no snapping turtle. You ain't doing none of that. What did I say about the black people at the event? He working. She looked like she's something. Them the first two black people that look like they look. Let's see if we're seeing in the audience. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't see none. Come on, man. Is you out there with an alligator, bro? Well, hold on. Say that again. Hold on. Mm. 10 foot, huh? We know Kiowa ain't effing with this. None of them internet Indians. Oh, Kiowa, the Kiowa.
Stop it.
Oh, Kiowa,
I'm
Kiowa.
not about to listen to this.
Oh,
I'm
Kiowa, the
clipping this.
Kiowa, the Kiowa. That's what they were singing. That's what they were singing. You just didn't peep it. Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa.
I'm definitely clipping it.
Yeah.
You do not have to worry about it.
Bro can't even clip it off. Look at that. Kai, why you doing that? You wrestling alligators? Huh? Are any of you internet Indians wrestling alligators? For the matter, he ain't gonna be able to get the other part off because it's tooth right there. It keep getting caught on the tooth. Leave his mouth clipped. Leave his mouth. Snap that tape.
Nope.
Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. Zion tripping. Come on, man. The who? Now, now, you heard this dude break down some little history real quick, right? He went directly into the little history and started to explain stuff.
They can
What?
hear them? I can't hear them.
You couldn't hear that? I thought you could hear it. You couldn't hear it?
I can't hear it.
Hold on. Man, you slow, bro. Why you ain't say you couldn't hear this? So the whole time you couldn't hear nothing of what I'm saying?
No, that they were saying.
But you just saw
You
him
could
dance.
barely hear the music when he was dancing. You could hear the music a little, but we couldn't hear nothing they were saying.
She said, we can't hear that shit. All right. Watch this. Since you couldn't hear it, then you gonna hear it now, motherfucker. Mother suckers. Oh, Kiowa.
Nah, you gotta stop.
Kiowa.
We were lived in Chickees. It means
Can y'all hear that a little bit?
Billy's been doing this
Yes.
a long time, probably about 30 years or more. He said, "Whoa, goodness gracious, give him some love, ladies and gentlemen." Billy, you want to say something? All right. Look like my ex. Nah, playing. With all them teeth. No, just kidding. I'd like to tell you how it started with the Seminoles and Miccosukes. We were lived in Chickees. It means it's contained of, we used to live in villages and camps contained of Chickees. Chickees, it means a home or a house or a dwelling. But we'll build a cooking hut in the center of the camp. Sleeping huts are built around a cooking hut because the water goes up and down here in Florida. A lot of people would live in 4 or 5 different camps per year. A long time ago, they would follow the game. They would have 4 generations of family that would stay in the camp. Big great grandpa, grandpa, dad, and son. Great grandma, grandma, mom, and daughter. Younger generation of men will clean the vegetation away from the camp because he can see the predators coming to camp. He can get to the predators before it gets to his family. They would burn a fire, but mosquitoes are attracted to heat, but they don't like smoke. Smoke rotate on our camp, keep the mosquitoes away. And the younger generation of men will ride a dugout canoe. It's called Poland. They ride a dugout canoe and go across the Everglades. They see an alligator, they capture that alligator and work that alligator and capture him alive. Turn them over, put them on their dugout canoes, take them to the camp, and put them into a pit made out of palm trees. That younger generation of men will go off to hunt for 4 or 5 days. Whatever they killed, they smoked the meat, made it into a jerky, and brought it back, maybe like a deer or other game. But while they was gone, that elder would kill that gator for what they needed to eat it. We didn't eat a lot of gator meat a long time ago, but they would, and get they would kill that gator for what they needed to eat it. But they also get the gator hides and deer hides right to the coastal areas to the settlers and trade for rick-rack, beads, gunpowder, and other materials. Was passed on from my grandpa to me what the settler had seen, said when they went by the Indian village when they seen the Indian man working the alligator. It looked like the Indian man was wrestling the alligator, which he wasn't. He was getting ready to catch it for food. But what changed our world and it changed our life from what the breathmaker had gave us, our way of life, is when that um, tourists threw money at us. Instead of us going off to hunt for 4 or 5 days, we went to the store and provided for our family the same day. It was a way of income, how we started making money, arts and craft, beads, and alligator shows.
All right, so enough of this dude and his alligator show. But the point of me even showing that is to show you how fake Kiowa is. Let me go back to sharing my screen. You fake, bro. If you just knew how to be real, bro, and just be like, man, I really don't know who I am, man. I just don't want to claim this, that, and the third. I mean, that's some real. You free to claim whatever you want to claim. But don't claim these people. They have a history they do not want you stealing from them. They do not want you stealing from them, bro. They know who they are. So if you got a source on here, then we could talk. Because these people don't like you at all, bro. Look at them. They hold true to their culture, and you out here, come on, man. You perpetrating a fraud out here, old coward ass Kiowa in the chat. Come on. Oh, Kiowa, the Kiowa.
I'm not. You have got to stop doing that.
That's gonna be stuck in y'all head when anytime y'all see that fool. Every time y'all see that fool name, that's the war chant. Oh, Kiowa, the Kiowa. Like Martin Lawrence at the end of the movie. I forgot the name of it. 504 Trigger. Where you at, Kiowa? Do not hit the link if you ain't got no source, or you can refute any information that I present. We stand on topic. I'm not going left. I'm not going right. What we talked about today was some nice archaeological work. If you don't have any evidence to refute the archaeological work, do not click the link. The show ain't for you. You just gonna get stumped on because the information stand on its own merit. So why are you claiming to be Kiowa? What evidence do you have to claim to be Kiowa? Because you ain't them. Again, put your source in the private chat. Whatever you discussing, put your source in the private chat. I'm waiting for you to put a source in the private chat. You will not enter the stream until I see that the private chat go red and we got a source and we can pull it up. Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. Come on, bro. We
It's
waiting on the
definitely
source.
happening.
Boom. Private chat. Oh, he ain't got no source. He ain't got no source. I don't even know who Shook One is. I don't even. Do you get that? Cause I don't get that. Kiowa, the Kiowa. Ain't no coming on here asking no questions. Where's your source? Evidence, nigga. Evidence. Evidence, nigga. Evidence. She told you that you're supposed to have a source. Yes, he's sourceless again, ladies and gentlemen. He is sourceless again. It's time that he died for stealing somebody else's shit. Evidence for what? Denise, can you explain to this nigga what you need evidence for, please? That boy 504 crazy. Denise, why does Kiowa, Kia sedan, why does he need a source? Quit typing to him. Open your mic and talk. He can hear you.
To back up his claim.
What's his claims?
That he's Native American, or what he said, an Indian, I think.
He said Indian. Yeah, we don't forget what they say now.
He said Indian.
He said he was an Indian, and he was Spalding out of North Carolina. So how is you Kiowa? Why is your name Kiowa? Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. That boy got rhythm.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, he got music and shit. He whole soundtrack.
He running around here. Yo, he running around here. I didn't get hot, so I had to take my shot off. He running around here claiming that his last name was Spalding, saying that he was an Indian, saying his people was free, and that they had land and all these other things. He said all of these things, and we ain't got a lick of evidence. He said he didn't want to show his ancestry, his genealogy. He said DNA is fake. It ain't real. He said a whole bunch of stuff. So in order for him to come on the channel and talk to us, we need a source. We're not talking to you to be talking to you, bro. You've made too many claims for us to be talking to you. We're not talking to you without a source. Can you provide a source and then we can talk to you? Because other than that, you will be in and out of this stream. Where is your source? And what is your and where is your what
So
is your
he keeps saying that YouTube video. The YouTube video you refused to play last time is supposedly talking about him and his family history.
Bullshit.
And he said that it was him
the Kiowa.
He said it says his name, but we don't know his name. So I don't.
Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa.
Your name is not no damn Kiowa.
Yeah, we know his name ain't no damn Kiowa. So we know he's a fucking liar. And I'm saying it to him with him on the panel. He's a liar. Where's evidence? I asked you for evidence. You will not talk without evidence. Where is the evidence? And it ain't in no video that told us that with a whole disclaimer that this is this dude's interpretation of something that he hadn't substantiated. He gave his opinion on some shit and you riding with it. You see how crackheadish your behavior is? Is that fentanyl in your marijuana? He said his evidence is a YouTube video, y'all. Rick Kittle made sure he a geneticist and you ain't refuted him. Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa.
Did this nigga go get a drum? Like, what are you doing? What are you beating on?
My desk. With one hand, too. The whole rhythm with one hand. Come on, man. I'm getting my native shit on.
Oh shit, you actually let me on the panel. What's good?
Nah, you're not on the panel. Where the evidence at? So you should just shut the fuck up. You should just
Desmond Gamble. We read all about where Kyle what like the tribe and everything a little while ago. If you rewind, I don't know why that's that man's name.
Yeah, Desmond. We already went into the Kiowa stuff. We showed the pictures and the images of the people. We did all of that. For someone who claimed to be a Spalding from North Carolina, how the fuck he become someone a part of a tribe in Kansas? Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. Bro, I don't mind letting you talk, but I want you to talk with information. I don't want you talking out the side of your neck because you did. See now I'm kicking him back out. Did he not come on the show the other day and said the Spaldings was his people? How did we get the last name? He gave it to us.
Yeah, he did.
So hot. And then he said he never claimed to be
that was a name in his genealogy because he didn't do DNA. He had a genealogy tree, and that was one of the names of his tree.
Right. Then he tried to tell us one of the people on there was his fifth cousin to the umpteenth power or some shit.
No, wait, though. He said, I am a Spalding descendant. You said I don't claim I am a Spalding descendant? Oh, yes, you did.
You did, bro.
You argued with him over the Spalding descendant. You said, I said I am a descendant, not that I am a Spalding.
Just so y'all can see this bullshit. Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. This motherfucker over here lying, y'all. Oh, Kiowa, Kiowa, the Kiowa. Come on, bro. Look, okay, so just so y'all know that she ain't lying, he just said it right here. I don't claim I am a Spalding descendant. Never claimed to be a Kiowa nation. That's your scared ass making shit up. I never talk out the side of my neck. I didn't say that was my last name, dumbass. Why you calling her a dumbass? One cousin 5 times removed. I know what you said because you sounded stupid as fuck saying it. Descending from doesn't mean your surname. That y'all can't be this slow for real, bruh. You said what you said, and we all heard you say it on the show. So we just making this shit up. All right, hold on 1 second, bro. Since we just making this shit up. Oh, Kiowa, you motherfucking coward. Hold on, bro. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Don't run. Don't do none of that left foot shit. What show was it? Was it the show I was talking to Thunder on? It was the show. There was the hot seat show with Thunder on there.
Was it that one?
Yeah, hold up. Because this nigga made me go look up Spaldings and all that old shit. Do we think it's that show? Oh, this sucker ass nigga. Nah, it wasn't done. I mean, I remember talking to this fool on that show. Just being on some real shit. Okay, hold up. Or was it this show? Yeah, I think it was this show. Was you on this show with me? Yep, you was on this show. Here we go. So no one remembers this exchange? Anyone remember this exchange? Oh, Kiowa, you motherfucking coward. And I hate hearing myself. 3 generations ago, what was, bro?
I know. Play the video.
No, I don't want to play no video, bro. I want the link. I want the genealogy link, bro. You know what?
Oh, you want my tree? Man, no. You ain't get my thing. What?
Bro.
Let me get yours.
Share the tree. I don't mind sharing my DNA. Share the tree.
No, I said your family tree, not your DNA.
Man, don't worry about it. I can share all of
Okay,
that.
then.
I don't have to hide any of it. I don't have to hide who I am. What I'm asking you, I'm asking you for your tree, bro. Do you want to? Who is
the
your
video holds the example that I was just telling you about?
Don't give me your tree. Who is your eldest? Who is your eldest?
That's part of my tree right there.
Who is your eldest ancestor, and where are they from? What was that? What was that person's name?
Say that one more time.
Your eldest ancestor, 3 generations ago. What was their name?
3 generations ago.
Yeah.
You said 3?
3. Yeah, 3.
So great grandparent.
Yeah. What was your great grandparents' name?
Let's see here. You got Jack. You got Flo.
Hold on. Calm down. Jack what?
What? Oh, you want their whole name? No, we ain't doing all that.
Why not?
Because again, I just gave you a perfect example, and you don't want to go there.
Bro, listen, bro.
That's my 4th.
We ain't got to make this difficult.
No, that's my 4th.
Okay, so give me your 4th's whole name in the city and state they came from.
Guy Spalding.
Denise, did you hear that?
Yes.
I said, give me your 4th. Their whole name in the city that they come from. He gave me Guy Spalding. Did he say that he descend from Guy Spalding? No. He said he said his 4th is Guy Spalding. Listen to him. Since we lie.
Oh.
Hold on, calm down. Jack what?
What? Oh, you want their whole name? No, we ain't doing all that.
Why not?
Because again, I just gave you a perfect example, and you don't want to go there.
Bro, listen, bro.
That's my fourth.
We ain't got to make this difficult.
No, that's my fourth.
Okay, so give me your fourth's whole name in the city and state they came from.
Guy Spalding, Whack-A-Mole, North Carolina.
So Guy Spalding from where?
Whack-A-Mole, North Carolina. It's in the video.
It's in the video. Oh, why is you hiding your tree, bro?
I ain't. It's just because I can't get nothing from you, so you get nothing from me. It's more or less just because
I'm gonna show all my stuff. I ain't got nothing to hide. Now, you saying that this is your what ancestor?
My fourth great grandfather.
So your fourth great grandfather died when? In 1937?
I don't remember correctly. I don't remember his exact birth dates and death dates, but yeah, something like that.
Let me say that again. Great grandfather. He said it was his fourth great grandfather. In this chat with me and Denise, he said, I don't claim I am a Spalding descendant. Never claimed to be Kiowa Nation. So who the hell is Guy Spalding?
From you, so you get nothing from me. It's more or less just.
Hold on, calm down. Jack what?
What? Oh, you want their whole name? No, we ain't doing all that.
Why not?
Because again, I just gave you a perfect example, and you don't want to go there.
Bro, listen, bro.
That's my fourth.
We ain't got to make this difficult.
No, that's my fourth.
Okay, so give me your fourth's whole name in the city and state they came from.
Guy Spalding, Whack-A-Mole, North Carolina.
So Guy Spalding from where?
Whack-A-Mole, North Carolina. It's in the video.
Man, why is you hiding your tree, bro?
I ain't. It's just because I can't get nothing from you, so you get nothing from me. It's more or less just because
I'm gonna show all my stuff. I ain't got nothing to hide. Now, you saying that this is your what ancestor?
My fourth great grandfather.
So you didn't say you descend from him. You said this was your fourth great grandfather. You said that this was your fourth great grandfather. Oh, he ain't on the panel no more. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what does that sound like to you when someone says that this is their fourth great grandfather?
That's their fourth great grandfather.
Oh, okay. So that means that they're claiming. Don't that mean that they made a claim?
Yeah.
They made a claim that this guy was his fourth great grandfather. Now let me see if I can find that the whole Kiowa shit. Her fourth great grandfather died when? In 1937?
For opinions of the tribe. Views expressed here are not supported by the Saponi Catawba Nation. It should not be used in any such use.
Now remember, he was also trying to claim the Saponi Catawba Nation. We're gonna get to that too. Cause I don't forget. Oh, Kiowa. Let me see. Cause didn't he say something about Kiowa Nation?
What did I lie about?
Did you not catch him lying?
What did I lie about?
Tribes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did lie, bro.
No, I definitely didn't.
Different tribes.
Oh, we gotta go back so we can catch it. damage done by non-natives, attempts to classify them as African Americans, pursuing formal education, representing their community under governmental committees and board, donating land and other materials to build schools and establishing a town and business, all represented efforts to maintain their own distinct community and ways of life. Remember, they built their own schools and churches. Building and maintaining their own schools and churches also furthers their sense of themselves as a distinct community. They astutely cooperated with both Republican and Democrats to deliver their services to their community that they, in large measure, then control without interference from the local government. So in this period, a large group of Meadow Indians interacted with federal definitions of Indian identity. What happened? Meadow Indians interacted with federal definitions of Indian identity as well, and they repurposed the federal government's tool of assimilation by seeking recognition as Indians through applications for citizenship in the 5 civilized tribes in 1896. And for the claims of the Eastern Band of Cherokees in 1906. Some of these efforts to maintain peoplehood required Indians to embrace an identity as colored, whilst others allowed them to articulate themselves as Indians. Bruh, what the freak is your name, Kiowa? What did your motherfucking mama call you, brother? Huh? Tell me what your mother and your father named you, brother. I ain't got no damn sense. What's your real name? What is your real name, Cleophas? The fuck is your name? What is your name, bro? Spit that shit out. Fuck is your name? Give us your name. Because you ain't even.
I'm in the jail now.
You should have clipped.
Notice how you answered your own question from earlier?
You should have clipped that shit.
Oh, yeah. You just answered your own questions from earlier.
I know my answers.
Indians identifying as colored. Just so this way to, man, that was actually pretty. That was a dope ass feed that you just had right there. That was a good one.
You don't know when I'm being sarcastic. I know the answers to my questions.
No, you didn't.
You ain't an Indian.
No, you didn't.
You're not an. Okay, I can't.
No, you definitely didn't.
For 5 years, bro.
That's why you just up here making up stuff to try and paint a whole narrative while you kick me off. So this way you can talk your trash and make up stuff.
What's your name?
Oh, that's right, because you're also scared to play the video.
What's your name?
Which is really interesting.
Video. What's your name?
It's very interesting though. I don't know why you're so scared to play that video though.
The video ain't got nothing to do with it.
Sure it does.
It's not evident.
You took the name. Sure it is. The evidence is in the video.
Okay, all right. So if the evidence is in the video, then you should be able to provide me with the source that's in the video so that I can look it up and put it on the screen. If the evidence, I'm gonna say it again. If the evidence is in the video,
man, you got all sorts of loopholes to get away from playing the video. I don't know why.
You to tell me where
you're acting real shook.
No, I'm not, bro.
Oh, you really are. You got every excuse in the world on not to play the video. And then you want to talk trash about the video. You want to make up conjecture about the video. Then you want to take the name and run with this whole other narrative that you just made up because you wanted, oh, look.
Denise, did we make up anything about the video or did the video itself say what it said?
The video said it. It said it in the bottom. In the description of the video.
But I think he finna tell us that his name, something got to do with the tribe. Because remember, I bring the tribe up of the people that's different. And then he say he is of many tribes.
Look at this. There's a white guy here. Oh, you're trying to hide your slave. If I was trying to hide it, I would have never gave it to you. Stop making stuff up.
You did. You were Googling shit, bro.
Again, if I was trying to hide it, I would have never gave it to you.
You got caught lying.
No, I didn't. What lie? The only lying that's been going on is you.
Hold on one second. Denise. Denise.
Yes.
Unmute. Oh, there you go.
I'm
Hold
here.
on. There you go. Denise.
Yes.
Did you not catch him lying?
What did I lie about?
Did you not catch him lying?
What did I lie about?
Tribes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did lie, bro.
No, I definitely
Two
didn't.
different tribes.
And
Two different
So
tribes.
you're saying you're from multiple tribes of Indians?
yes,
No, he never
So why
said.
you ain't say that at first, nigga?
because I gave you the one. Because I just gave you the one. Oh, you want me to give you all of them?
Kiowa, stop lying, motherfucker. Stop lying.
Okay.
Bro, stop lying, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't do that. No need to. The only one up here lying is you.
You did.
No, I didn't.
That ain't even the first lie. You came up with the Spalding name, bro. You ain't even a Spalding.
I descend from them. One of probably what was it last time? It was 5,000 last one I was at.
Whoa. Didn't he just say? Didn't he just say that he never
He's
claimed
never
that
claimed.
he descend from the Spaldings? Didn't he say that he didn't descend from the Spaldings?
Yeah.
But what did he just say then? If he said he never descended from the Spaldings, what did he just say?
Well, he just said he descended from the spot.
So we just caught this motherfucker lying again. Oh, Kaiwa.
Kyle said you blocked him from a stream.
Oh, Kaiwa. No, we didn't. Kaiwa. He on timeout for 500 seconds for lying. He got 5 minutes. No, 300 seconds. 5 minutes. Hold on, listen to him. Cause he just said he descend from the Spaldings. Motherfucker said it didn't say that.
No, I didn't. What lie? The only line that's been going on is you.
Hold on one second. Denise. Unmute. Oh, there you go. Hold on. There you go. Denise.
Yes.
Did you not catch him lying?
What did I lie about?
Did you not catch him lying?
What did I lie about?
Tribes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did lie, bro.
No, I definitely
Two
didn't.
different tribes.
And
That's
So you're saying you're from multiple tribes of Indians?
yes.
No, he never said. Now we can go back in the video somewhere in here, and he's gonna tell us that he's part of the Kiowa tribe. That's where we get all of this shit from. Now he's gonna say in the chat that he never said that, but why would Denise insinuate that he was a part of multiple tribes? Because he was claiming the Kiowa shit. He was claiming the shit. We got the video right here. But he forgets so much of what he says. It just shows you how he's just a liar. And then he said he didn't say that he descended from the fucking Spaldings, and he just said it. Just pay attention, y'all.
Why you ain't say that at first, nigga?
Because I gave you the one. Because I just gave you the one. Oh, you want me to give you all of them?
Kiowa, stop lying, motherfucker. Stop lying.
Okay.
Bro, stop lying, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't do that. No need to. The only one up here lying is you.
You did.
No, I didn't.
That ain't even the first lie. You came up with the Spalding name, bro. You ain't even a Spalding.
I descend from them. One of probably what was it last time? It was 5,000 last one I was at. So now we're probably up to like 15, 20,000 of us descend from Benjamin and Edith.
Now this nigga said he descend from him.
Obviously.
You descend from him now.
If I told you that was my fourth great grandfather and then he went back to his grandfather, then that would mean obviously I descend from him.
Guess who I descend from, bro?
Let's say prove it.
Guess who I descend from?
A spit cup.
Benjamin Bernanke.
That's a damn lie.
Exactly. So why the
Mhm.
fuck you sitting here lying?
Oh, prove that you descend from them then.
No, I don't have no problem saying it's a lie. You
Because
lying.
obviously it's a lie.
You
You just try to
lying.
stop trying to make up a new narrative.
No, you're a liar.
No, damn sure ain't.
Bro, so where's the evidence? So provide us the evidence that you're related to the Spaldings. Now you say you descend from them. First you're a Spalding. Now you
I never said I was a Spalding. Stop lying. There you go lying again.
They got a basketball next to him.
Hey, I'm lying. You didn't say none of this.
Yeah.
Stuff? You didn't say.
I never said I was a Spalding.
No, you didn't say that was your grandfather.
Yeah.
Did you say it or you didn't say it?
I said it was my fourth great grandfather.
So that motherfucker means that that's your goddamn grandfather.
No shit, Sherlock.
But you just said that you didn't say that you descend from the motherfucker that's supposed
No, I didn't. I said I descend from you. Just try to look how you look. You can't even keep up with your own bullshit. Now you're even switching up what you just tried to get on me about a second ago.
Bro,
you just try to say, oh, now you descending from him. Now you're saying I didn't say I descended from him. Man, make up your damn mind.
Now, who's lying? Because he said in the chat, he said in the chat back here that he never said he descended from the motherfuckers. But he ain't done. Hold on, because I know he says this. I know he says this Indian shit, but I gotta go back further.
Come on, stop with the cat, bro.
Let me let you.
Like, damn.
Let me let you keep lying. Just keep lying. Bro.
1 minute I didn't say I descended from him. Then you're trying to say that, oh, I didn't say my last name was Spalding.
Lying,
and then
bro.
You just making up all sorts of bullshit. Stop your copy.
The goddamn chat heard you tell the goddamn lie and saying that you was lying, and you finna sit here and say
I didn't say I was lying at all. I clearly said that was my fourth great grandfather, plain and simple.
All right. So do you descend from him or no?
Obviously. What kind of dumbass question?
Now, where's your evidence that support that you descend from the Spaldings, bro?
Where's your evidence that you come from Africa? That you descend from Africans?
Bro, why are you deflecting, dog?
I got all of
it. Because he wants everything from me. I want something from him. That's simple. This ain't no interview. This ain't no one-way street. This is going back and forth.
I've been showing evidence all day. So I don't have no problem showing you that I descend from Africa.
And don't go to that damn DNA bullshit.
I ain't got to do all of that.
How the fuck you gonna tell him what not to go to?
Right.
Because that's what you're going to go to.
No.
I ain't got to
go to that. I don't
because that's just made up too.
All right, cool. Mute up.
All I know is your motherfucking ass a goddamn liar.
Yes, you are.
4 times.
Yeah, you definitely. You actually know you got caught lying more than 4 times. All people gotta do is look at the chat replay and they'll see.
I ain't lied about nothing.
And then you.
So look what happened. We went to the chat replay and caught this motherfucker lying. That simple. And he said he descended from 2 tribes. What y'all think the other tribe was? Because we introduced when she was reading, we introduced a whole nother tribe of who the people, the female is supposed to be a part of. And he says he was a something else. Let me go back. Mama. Who your grandfather ran off with, who ended up being a part of a little tribe that you ain't even affiliated with because you said the wrong shit. All you got to do is tell us your name, bro, while you typing in the chat. You see how your whole game...
Worldview and ideology. What you mean by that exactly?
Hey man, you say you what kind of dog is that on your picture? Dogs.
A Staffordshire Terrier.
2 of them.
Yeah, one's a blue nose pit mix.
All right. So you breed dogs?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Robert Rand had a list of questions for you, but he is not here. So, I'm gonna allow Denise. Well, she calls herself Honey Clark. So I'm gonna allow Honey Clark, or she may be the bar reloaded, the bar method reloaded. She might even.
You do not have to do all of that. Affiliated
with, you know what I'm saying, with another group. So I'm gonna let her go ahead, man, and open up for questions.
I don't have any questions.
Yeah, you do.
What? Well,
based on what you read.
Well, no. Well, how do you like? Why do you identify with Native Americans?
Well, because that's what I found in my lineage.
You found it like what you did, a DNA test or something?
No, genealogy. If you want, I can give y'all an example if Sean wants to play it.
No, we don't want an example. We want your genealogy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but can you share your screen, or do you got to be on?
No, I'm on the phone.
Okay. Can you give us the link, and I'll pull it up, and then so that we can go all the way back and see who your eldest ancestor was?
No, it's not like that. But
well, in most genealogies, bro, they give you third and fourth generation, so we can. Hold on, calm down. Jack, what? Here with Guy Spalding.
What did you say? Not in A.
Hold on, calm down. Jack, what? She was right at about. She wasn't 110. She was over 100.
Mix doesn't make somebody a slave. Mix doesn't make somebody a slave.
Spalding was of mixed race background, born into slavery. Duplin County, North Carolina, in 17.
Because he was born during the time frame of slavery.
No, bro.
Yes.
He was born into slavery. His ass was a slave. No.
Okay.
Just suck that up, bro. Just a
second. So how was he getting land and buying land before he was supposedly free?
I don't give two shits about buying land or none of that.
Slaves couldn't do that. How can he own land if he was a slave before he was even supposedly freed?
None of that matters right now.
Sure it does.
No, we have to start with the person that owned his ass. His father was a plantation owner. Your slave ass.
That's not the only one that I can actually show you another slave.
No,
one that was actually manumitted.
I don't need you to show me another slave, because William Spalding was born about 1810 in North Carolina.
William.
Yeah, William. You don't know who William is?
William Spalding? You mean Emmanuel? Or are you talking about Benjamin? No, you're going back to Benjamin Spalding, right?
I'm talking about William, bro.
William Spalding, who's he? Enlighten me.
He was born in 1810. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, he's probably a cousin or a nephew or a child of Benjamin and Edith. Actually, let me see.
He was the son of Benjamin and Edith. He was a slave.
William Spalding, 1810 to 1833.
Why you keep saying something about Benjamin being freed? Why was he freed? Benjamin was legally freed in 1825.
And he already owned land prior to.
But hold on, bro. I ain't got evidence for that. I ain't got evidence.
No, that's what being part of the family helps you.
No. I ain't got evidence for that, and I'm not arguing that, and none of that shit matters because you ain't got that. So, George, who is George? You know who George is? Then he conveniently falls out this bitch. Don't get on your phone looking this shit up, bro. See how quiet he getting? That's what he was doing to us. He was Googling his ass off. He was Googling because he kept kicking himself off the show. That's how we knew he was Googling. Into his family somewhere. Hey, he goes something that was him trying to link himself to the people. This is where he get the story from.
And it's not fact.
So why is he using this video as if it's fact? He says because it's based on his family records. He said the video was based on his family records, y'all. That's what the nigga said.
Explain
by the way, I want to show y'all something. He said what did he say he was? What did he say he was?
Correct. He said he was the Saponi. He said that's his family.
Okay, so this girl right here, his family, right?
Girl, because I can't see.
Okay, my bad. Boom. You see now?
Oh my goodness.
See now? Is this his family? Because this is who Edith is related to. These are Edith's people. So the whole notion that this could be your people, bro, you lied to us. You're lying to us because these ain't the no Saponi. You're lying to us. Once again, you're disingenuous because you put a video on us. The video you put on us was said that it ain't evidence. This is just his view. Benjamin Spalding, this is what we was talking about. This is how I know you was coming up with a fucking lie, bro. Spalding's, oh shit. Right now. And his mic unmuted.
Are you researching your name?
She asked him, was he researching his name, y'all? Come on. Y'all know that shit funny. Oh, Kaiwa, the Kaiwa. Oh, Kaiwa, the Kaiwa. She said, oh, are you researching your name? Yo, I'm giving you plenty of shit to go back and watch.
I'm so dead.
This dude lies so much. He don't even know what he lied about. He Kiowa, Saponi, whatever the lady's name that was an Indian, a part of her tribe. He said he was many tribes. Sutek says, so you a whole bunch of shit. He said, you're a part of a whole bunch of shit. He said, yeah, with a straight face. This nigga's a con man, yo. I can't believe nothing he said ever again, yo. That's why I said you can't get on the panel, bro. You can't get on the panel unless you get evidence, bro. We need a source from you, nigga. You said you didn't descend from the Spaldings. Well, upon further review, you descend from the Spaldings according to your words. You was a straight up liar, Kiowa. Y'all Indians taking L's, bro. You internet Indians hold these L's, bro. On some like for real. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Look, man, I'm finna get out of here, man. I got a gang of information into this particular video. I wasn't trying to stay up this late. I was trying to hit it and quit it. You know what I mean? But then this old coward ass Kiowa made me go the distance. And I still had two more sources that I really didn't even want to get into. But I'm gonna let this marinate And anybody that clipped the video up and show, listen, whoever clipped the video up and played a part back where Kiowa said that he never said that he descended from a slave, and then come back with the replay where he said said that he was a descendant of the Spaldings, and then come back and play the part where he say he descend from the Spaldings. Send me that mother sucker. Send it to Garfield. Send it to everybody, just to show the hypocrisy in his lying ass. And then he want to sit around here and talk about people making up stuff, bro. We all just heard you say that you descend from the Spaldings. But in this back chat, you put that you didn't never say that. This is why I say that you lie, bro. Because you just flat out lied in this private chat. You straight up said it. Hey, Denise.
Yeah.
Screenshot that shit. Because we ain't gonna be able to get this back.
Oh my God, I can't screenshot it.
Don't worry about it, I got it. Shift Command 4. I got a Mac. I got a Mac. I want all this because he was talking slick. Descending from doesn't mean you're
showed it though.
Didn't mean I don't claim Spartan descent. Just no surname. Pull me back. Yada yada yada. I don't claim. Yeah. So you get all the lies right here, nigga. Let me get all your motherfucking lies. Fucking Marquez.
I wonder Kyle would be at. Talk about he gonna add you to the summer jam screen. Where you be at, Kyle? I want to see.
I didn't say that was my last name. I don't claim I am a Spalding descendant. I claim to be. Look, and then he said I never claimed to be Kiowa Nation. Boom, we got it all. You ain't Kiowa. You ain't Saponi. You ain't none of them motherfuckers. You was a goddamn liar, bro. That's what you is. You was a goddamn liar.
So you're not Kiowa. Your name Kiowa.
And what I'm about to do is I'm about to send European motherfucking name and sit there and talk about the Europeans all the time. Talk about the European this, the European that. Then this bastard over here with this bullshit. Oh, Kiowa, the Kiowa. You let us make a whole little name about your punk ass nigga. Oh, Kiowa, you Kiowa, motherfucker. I'm getting real disrespect. I don't have no respect for you, bro. I can't respect you. Cannot respect you, bro. You lied. You were very disingenuous. You were very disingenuous, bro. And we caught your ass. Lying again. See what happened when you let these motherfuckers talk?
I'm dead. There's something wrong with y'all.
What you mean? What's wrong with us?
Y'all gonna drive that little man crazy.
Shit. Wait till I need to update my messenger. Wait till I update my messenger. This mother says I don't claim I am Spalding descendant. Wait till I update my messenger, bro. That fool said he ain't Spalding descendant. You was a fucking liar, bro. There's no reason for you to be lying the way you lying, bro, and you did it anyway. You got something for the people, man? Y'all doing a pseudo show?
Oh, none of my shows are pseudo shine.
Shit.
You can find me at the Barbie Loaded. We talk about great things.
Great
I'm
pseudo.
on Facebook.
Great
It's my pseudo. They'll find me going against you and Mr. Sutek.
Yeah, they don't want no smoke. Coward ass motherfuckers ran from
I always want smoke. Now these other people don't. I don't know. Kiowa don't, because he won't bring a source.
Hell no, he don't. Fuck he look like on the argue. He
just need a source that supports his position.
He ain't got no source. When you gonna understand that? We caught you lying, bro. You know good to us no more. Just like the rest of you fake ass internet Indians. It's out here lying, man.
I want to know why he calls himself an Indian. I would let him talk to me on my show, but I feel like it would get attacked.
Yeah, you can let that nigga. you interested in this bullshit? You go, yeah, do your show.
No, I want to know why you would call yourself an Indian. Like, no Native American is gonna call himself an Indian.
Yeah, you do a show with him.
I'm okay.
At your own risk.
Right, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
He got an Indian Hebrew name. A Euro-Indian Hebrew name.
Mm-hmm. Who gave him his name?
Who made it up? I don't know. He said he was from Saponi.
He said he was Saponi, but the grandmama was from a whole other tribe.
Yeah.
So how the hell you skip what your grandmama is?
But they named him a whole nother tribe name. But he was named after the European name for the tribe. Not an actual tribal name.
Exactly, but wasn't no other mixture of Native American. It was the great grandmama. She's the one who got poked by old boy.
Poked.
Yeah, shit, that's what
happened. Native American is not a new term, sir. Aboriginal, y'all like, but Native American, nah.
This nigga just be making up shit.
But they're not gonna be Indian. They know they ain't in India.
Oh fuck! I done updated my messenger. I done sent it to Sue Tizzle. I don't know what he gonna do with it. But we got it in the bag, boy. We got this lying ass nigga named Kiowa. Y'all be killing yourselves, bro.
Oh my god, y'all be looking for free bodies.
Kiowa, the motherfucking Kiowa. I bet your ass about 450 pounds, bro. Full of shit. 450 pounds of shit.
Mr. Kiowa? No.
Yeah.
So does Kiowa go places and stand up for his Aboriginal self?
Hell no, he don't.
Does he spread the word?
Hell no, he don't. We got it. You said that you didn't. You said I don't claim I am a Spalding descendant. Then you came on here and said that you didn't descend from the Spaldings. You confused the fuck out of everybody, bro. Because you double talk. You double talked, and we caught your punk ass. So I might come back on here tomorrow if I'm bored. Whoop up on some Pretendians. Come with some more science and some nice little information that we can build on. So I guess I'll catch y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all enjoy y'all evening. I'm up out of here, man.
Bye.
Oh, Kiowa, the Kiowa.
You gotta do the drum.
I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Side-high, I ain't your traditional rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you. I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbeciles stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals. Trust me, it's not intentional. It's the difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit. A slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walking around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when them niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak.
I look at the sorry state of black men in America today, the destruction of the family, the loss of integrity. When as a young boy, black shot down every day for years without stopping, when I look at what we are as black people, I'd rather be dead than to continue to live against such.
Y'all ain't trying to start a revolution. Y'all looking for a restitution. Niggas kill each other every day and ain't no evolution. My partner shot 100 niggas and it was never proven. We just labeled him a gangster and kept it moving. Let me give you the same outcome, separate shooting. A white man kill a black, we holler persecution. So instead of looting, it's time to find some better schooling. You can act like y'all don't understand when I'm elocuting. Did I stutter? I was never Reuben. Y'all ain't no Black Panthers. You wasn't there with Newton. You ain't Martin Martin. Try to better humans. Instead of all these rappers, we need some better students. It's time to rebuild the neighborhoods that we helped to ruin, and the NAACP, y'all need some help recruiting. Fuck a resolution, let's get some retribution. I feel like Malcolm X when he left the movement. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, yeah, I said it, nigga. All you niggas laying up with these bitches with no condoms and shit. Having mistake babies and shit, leaving these women to motherfucking raise your kids by their motherfucking self. Yeah, my nigga, I said it. You don't like what's going on in the motherfucking America, leave this motherfucker. When they said we were free, my nigga, that mean we were free to go back where the fuck we came from, my nigga. Yeah, a whole motherfucking continent that belong to us, nigga. It's called Africa, motherfucker. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all ain't trying to start no revolution. Y'all motherfuckers spent 10 bands on the motherfucking section in the motherfucking club. 10 bands to build a whole motherfucking neighborhood in Nigeria, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.